We return after a week's hiatus. Just no reason why, just cause. Sans Tom for now, cause due to reasons, but he might return this evening. Who knows? But anyways, we just killed a bunch of the cultists in this cave. Somehow survived. Managed to save all the prisoners here, and now just checking out what's there to be looted.
You also have put a man into death saves, brought him back to start asking him questions, put him back into death saves, and then stabilized him.
You did do that.
I was intending to kill him. It wasn't me that decided to save him.
Okay. And I believe when we ended, Rebecca had gone back to the room to
check out
take a
the
look at the
chest.
chest.
Yep.
So
Detect magic is up.
8. Okay, so once again describing the room since we had a week's hiatus. A lush living space in this rough-walled cavern, decorated with select art and craftworks. Rich carpets and tapestries cover the floor and walls, the room features a hewn log bed, a large mirror, and a trunk. Detect magic. Range should get that whole room. Yeah. You sense magic but see nothing.
Okay. I'll go to the chest and inspect it for traps.
Okay, make me a investigation check.
Okay.
25. You find a trigger mechanism that seems like it will go into effect when the lid is opened, though you can't tell what it hooks to exactly.
Right. I will attempt to disable it from the other side of the room. Because I can. With Mage Hand.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and make a
tools.
thieves' tools. Yes. Okay. You feel like you have deactivated the mechanism.
All right. Is check with Mage Hand. Is it locked?
It it is not locked.
All right. I'll open it from my position on the other side of the room.
Yeah. Put your so the chest is the chest is here.
Okay.
Where do you want to be for this?
Over here.
Okay. And yeah. So using Mage Hand to open it.
I am expecting something to happen, but
Yes. the thing that's happening has disadvantage against you from you being so far away. But the mage hand isn't blocking the thing that is happening. So what is it? It's a +10. Okay. So that is a 25 and a 20.
Damn it. Yeah, that hits.
You take 1 piercing damage as a dart flies across the room and lands in your foot.
Ow.
And I need you to make a con save against poison, which I believe you have advantage
I
on.
have advantage.
DC 16.
You son of a bitch! Why do all my con saves suck ass?
What? Nothing happens.
Nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
I don't feel poisoned?
You do not feel poisoned.
Detect magic doesn't sense any magical effects on me?
I don't think this is a magical... I don't think that the poison that was on it was magical. You feel something go into you, but you don't feel poisoned.
Oh, that's probably bad. Do I have any spells left? Yes, I do. Just to be safe, I'll cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
This is very weird because it does not make you poisoned. Actually, no. You would feel a magical presence,
Oh, it's
and you'd
magic?
see a little bit. You would see an aura around the like
Okay.
where you pull out the dart.
I will go. I will run over to Oyren.
Okay.
Oyren.
As you're running,
Yeah?
your foot goes numb.
Help!
What's happening? What's
Do
happening?
you have Dispel Magic?
I want to say you used all your spell slots.
I don't have Dispel Magic.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh no.
No,
Let
yeah, I
me
definitely
look at
don't have
Tom's
it.
sheet.
What did you do?
I got shot with a dart from across the room, and it injected some paralytic magical agent.
Tom is completely out of spell slots. He does have Dispel Magic prepared.
Thankfully, I don't need to breathe, so if this stops me breathing, this won't be an issue, but fuck. I guess I'll prop myself up in the corner. The trunk in the other room is good, but fuck, this is...
You should ducked.
It landed on my foot! If I ducked, it would have hit my head! Honestly, I'm amazed it pierced my boot.
Get better boots.
I have been walking in these since, like, before Chult. Alright, I'll just put myself in a corner. Andromeda, could you go look at the trunk in the other room, please?
Okay. And Andromeda will go do.
Oh, wrong ring.
Weird things happen when we both try to move her at once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can use Lesser Restoration to remove the
No, it's fine for now. I can still communicate through Andromeda.
Yeah, like you can move around fine and everything. It's just your foot is very numb.
Is it spreading up my leg though?
It ends at your ankle.
And it's not. It doesn't seem to be going up any higher.
Correct. It's spread throughout your entire foot and toes. Well, the toes of that foot.
Yeah, I'll just. It's fine for now. I'll let you know if I need something, but I will look through
Okay.
Andromeda's eyes.
Okay.
Okay. The trunk is full of various art objects.
Probably stolen from all the villages they raised.
Some ivory statues, a couple fairly fancy gold rings. What appears to be a golden bird cage with electrum engravings into it.
The only time Electrum is acceptable.
As a filigree.
Yeah. Actually, I'll have Andromeda go grab that dart and bring it to Oyren.
Okay. Easy enough. She goes and grabs the dart from where you discarded it when you yanked it out of your foot.
Just in case you want to take a look at it with your alchemy stuff.
Mm.
And then I'll send Andromeda to go look at the cave on the other side, because you said it was full of gold or something.
Yes, and also there was the tapestries and stuff around that room also appear to be worth a fair bit of money. But as you said,
Probably
fair to
stolen.
assume stolen. Although the dragon's hoard, you could say the same thing.
Yeah, if no one claims it, of course I'll take it. But of course, if people claim it, I'm not taking it.
Have a use for gold. You can have it. With the town, we give it back to the people.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Yeah, I guess Andromeda's going over to help Morgan look through this stash.
Yeah.
Where's the stash at?
It is in the other side, like the other side of the water cave that you,
Killed the dragon in.
yeah, where you had fought the dragon and the
Worm speaker.
man. Yeah, worm speaker. And then I will also say the only other thing of note. Well, who wants me to give them access to Tom's sheet?
I could do it.
Okay. Back. Going around, like from where you've been in the place, the only other things of note you've seen in other rooms that you've been in is the Evermead. There is the statue, the Shrine of Eldath, which is Xerran's patron. That was up on in the elves room, and then the somewhat ornate belt that the Eden was using as a sash.
I want to look through this hoard
Okay.
for anything that might be magical.
Okay.
Andromeda, help!
Well, and Oyren's there as well.
Oh yeah. I guess that would be a better thing for Oyren to do, and you help Oyren.
Yeah. But
Oyren, do you have proficiency in Arcana? Because I'm doubting Morgan does.
No.
You're an
Okay.
artificer. What?
I mean, I have high Arcana, but I'm not proficient in it.
If it's more than a 2, then you should probably make the roll.
Or do
Okay.
either of you have proficiency in investigation?
No.
No.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll say Oyren, make a Arcana roll at advantage. If you're
At
okay with him making the roll, Dylan.
Oh yeah.
23.
Yeah, see, of course, he should have made the roll. He has a 4. I only have a 2.
True. Going through, and Morgan helps, like, he brings you a bunch of various rings and weapons and such, bottles, not knowing for sure if they're magical or not, and brings them to you to inspect.
What about
But
this? Is this magic?
But
This
Morgan
feels
has
magic.
Morgan has a good idea of things that he's seen be magical. So he like brings you the type of stuff that he's seen enchanted before.
Yes, I've seen this before.
You spend a good hour going through this, like digging, like unearthing the stuff that's beneath the coins and all.
Mm-hmm.
A good ways into them doing that, Rebecca, something feels strange with your foot.
Oh.
It's still very numb. You're not sure what it is.
I'm taking my boot off to look at it.
Okay. As you remove your boot, you have no foot.
Oh
No!
Your boot was still stuck to something, and you go and you like reach out to where your leg just ends in a
Stump.
It's not a stump because it looks like you can see the bone and the vessels and the meat. It's not where it's
It's
you know,
just like
been
it's
cauterized. It's
like
as
a
if it
clean
had been
cut.
just sliced off.
Yeah.
However, no blood is running. You reach out in panic, and you, with your hand, feel your foot, though your foot does not feel your hand.
This is not good. I look over to the commoners that are just walking around. Do any of you by chance know Dispel Magic?
Let me look at the mage. He would be the only one that might. I can only stop magic as it's being cast.
Great, me too.
No, I'll have him roll. Let's make this a... No, he does have a decent Arcana. Let's see if he's seen this before. He has not seen this before. It's as if your entire foot has just gone invisible.
That still concerns me.
I can cast Sea Invisibility. Actually, no, I've had a spell.
Got a spell
Slots.
slots. I'll use the one spell I have for Lesser Restoration, see if that fixes it, and I'll directly cast it through my hand, though, just touching my foot.
Okay. Wait, say what you're casting again. Sorry.
Lesser Restoration.
Lesser Restoration. And that does blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Or disease.
Or a disease. it does not seem to have any effect.
Great. This is great. Awesome. I love this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to have this actually become like really missing my foot. Rebecca's just saying that out loud.
I mean, it's there,
Rebecca's
it's just
having a
invisible.
little bit of a panic attack, I
Yeah.
think.
Just a bit.
When the spell doesn't work, Rebecca does panic a little bit. At this time, because of that.
Has Xerran used his channel divinity?
What is ooh. Let me read what his channel divinities are and I'll tell you. Because I honestly don't remember.
Turn of the Faithless and Nature's Wrath. I don't think so.
I'm trying to think if he's already done it for Harness Divine Power. And I honestly don't remember.
Although, actually, once he reaches higher levels in this class, he can do it multiple times. He's over 7th level, so he can do this twice. So if he's used it once, he can use it again.
Okay.
He might have used it once.
I
least
believe
he-
he used it once, but
yeah,
he should have one more use.
All right, half his proficiency bonus rounded up. Just to double check. Yeah, he can regain a 3rd level spell slot and cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, I need him to make a check.
Oh shit. Spellcasting modifier is Charisma. Please roll good.
And can you tell me what he rolled? I had to tab out.
20.
20.
Enough to stay on blackjack.
Your foot comes back.
I hear a butt coming.
However, when the effect ends, and this counts as the effect ending, it comes back very painfully.
Oh god.
And this will be poison damage, which I believe you're
I
resistant to.
resist.
However, you failed that save earlier, so it's the big damage instead of the little damage.
But it's still little damage.
You take 60 poison damage, half to 30,
Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh Jesus!
as your foot returns 2 hours early.
Fuck! Oh! Fuck!
Mending bones I can do in a heartbeat, but growing them back.
Nasty business.
Alright, I gotta just dump 3 cure wounds into myself, because holy fuck.
Poor Rebecca.
1, 2, 3. Okay, that got me back up to almost where I was. Alright. Thanks, Xerran. Yeah, don't mention it. Waterfalls and stuff. He'll
And then he
You'll probably go and look at the statue, see if there's anything about it you can do.
Okay.
And actually, as I'm walking through here to head back to the other room, does the sash look magic?
The sash does look magical.
All right, I'll take it off the guy.
Okay.
That's a secret Mouska tool we'll use later. 1 mystery stash. Probably all Andromeda heard was just like screaming. I'll go back to the this room and start combing through it with detect magic.
Okay. Back over to the treasure hoard.
Did I find anything?
You find a potion that appears to be magical. Actually, two potions that appear to be magical.
He's an
A
alchemist.
magical
He probably could identify it just by looking at it.
Yeah, but just with what time we were doing is them finding what the stuff is.
Ah, I see.
He can what is that? I believe the rule you can taste a little bit of a potion to figure out what kind it is a actual rule.
Yep.
A what appears to be a spell scroll of some sort, and some
Buddy.
hand axes.
Some what?
Hand axes.
Okay. So we got three potions, a spell scroll, and some hand axes.
Yes, 2 hand axes to be specific.
2 hand axes. Should I just take that? I guess.
And also a ring.
A ring.
It whispers to you to take it to Mount Doom.
It wouldn't want to be destroyed.
Wait, there were
This is-
3
this
potions,
is-
right?
it's
Or
become
2?
depressed.
Or was there 2? 2 or
Yeah,
3
it's become
potions?
depressed. It can no longer
It was
find its
2
Dark Lord.
soccer.
2, okay.
It's no longer in the same universe. It's like, I just want to die now.
I fell through this portal. I ended up in a desert full of cowboys for a while, and now I'm here.
I hate this. Please send me back.
End me. End me.
I've been warned by several people, and they won't take me anywhere. I can't get to Sauron!
To return to the fortress of Barad-dûr is all I wish.
So so you said I can taste them? Taste the potions?
Yes.
Give it a little lick?
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. Make me a Arcana check at advantage because you're an alchemist.
I can do that.
Actually, I think with the rules, you just know if you taste it.
I'm going with that, but it's if they're ones that he hasn't
Okay.
wouldn't have come across before.
That makes sense. Okay, that's fair.
Okay. The first one, you realize isn't actually a potion per se. It is oil of etherealness.
The tip of your tongue is not there anymore.
Yeah, the tip of your tongue is currently missing.
You literally cannot say the tip of your tongue.
So what does that mean? What is a etherealness?
I think it takes you to the ethereal plane.
It's
which
also
is
the
basically
only other thing that can end a universal solvent or universal glue, not glue.
The oil can cover a medium or smaller creature along with the equipment it's wearing and carrying. Applying the oil takes 2 minutes. The affected creature gains the effect of the etherealness spell for 1 hour.
Yeah, sovereign glue is it's one of the 3 things that can actually stop sovereign glue from working. Because universal solvent, oil of etherealness, or a wish spell.
The second one is a yellowish liquid with an eyeball floating in it. And I need you to make another roll at advantage, please. Yeah, very easily enough. This is a potion of clairvoyance.
Voyance.
The fuck does that spell even do?
It gives you the spell clairvoyance. Oh no, you were right, Soccer. There was 3. I'm misremembering because of the The one not being a potion, being an oil. The third one you would just know, however. And it is a potion of supreme healing,
Ooh,
which is the big boy.
the big one.
That's a special mouse tool we'll use later.
Okay. Xerran is currently praying at the shrine of his goddess. Upreem. What are you doing, Rebecca?
I am combing through everything, looking for traps, looking for valuables, looking for magic shit.
Okay. If you're going to be taking your time with this, go ahead and make me a investigation check at advantage. Would you like the nat 20 or the nat 20?
I'll use my inspiration to roll again. Just for fun, I'm gonna roll it again. I'm not actually using it. I just want to see. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely taking the nat 20.
If it had been another nat 20, the campaign would have been over. You actually found Tiamat's Achilles heel. Okay. You find no more traps. Nothing behind the tapestries, that they are very ornate. Except for when you get to this end of the room. Behind one of the tapestries is a narrow passage.
Ooh. I entered said passage.
Okay.
Actually, where were the other? Because I sensed like 2 sources of magic in this room.
You only sense one.
Oh, I only sensed one, so it was probably the dart.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's reasonable to assume. Okay. Squeezing through. You find yourself in a small room. Along the east wall, right about here, there's what appears to be a pair of white eyes peering out of the wall above a small basin. They seem to be carved out of the stone.
Are they magic?
They are not. It appears to be a shrine of some sort.
Do I know of any entity that would use those symbols?
Make me a religion check at advantage.
Not
20.
bad.
Yes. This is Finmarel Mastrain, the
Who?
elven god of outcasts, scapegoats, and solitude. I'm typing the name into chat. I just
Okay.
have to get the spelling.
Probably definitely something that I would be familiar with.
You also see on a small stone table what appears to be a journal.
Is it on like any weighted pressure plates to set off a trap?
Does not appear to be.
Okay, excellent. I will take it.
Okay. Dylan, are you doing anything else
Um,
while he tastes the potions?
uh, no, he was mostly just looking for magical stuff. He's not particularly caring too much about the money. That's not entirely true. Hold on.
It was never about the money, Spider-Man. It was about the Mets, baby. The Mets. Love the Mets.
The Mets! I love the Mets! You know what? He's gonna try and like see how much gold is sitting here, you know?
Start counting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morgan's seen some gold. He's seen a few hoards.
Few hordes in this day. Few whores. Couple of whores. Nah,
Probably not.
not
With
at
your
all.
backstory.
Yeah, no.
I mean, seen a few, yes. Been in the company of a few, no.
No, not at all.
But the amount of taverns and stuff he's been in, he's definitely seen a few.
Oh, yeah. They're really nice to him and it confuses him. They come up and they're like, "Oh, hey, big boy," and then he's just like, "I'm married," and then they're like, "Oh, that's so sweet," and then they stop hitting on him and they're nice to him and he doesn't know why.
And sometimes he gets a free drink from it.
So, yeah, sometimes.
The money itself, it's definitely less than you've seen in the layers of other dragons. You can kind of assume that this is not where this isn't the dragon's main layer.
Oh, this is the side hoe. Got you.
And most of what they've got from the raids has probably been going to the Horde of Tiamat that they've been amassing. However,
The Tiamat tax.
yeah, the Tiamat tax.
the Tiamat tithe.
It's the tax that gets you. You would still guess that there's easily a couple thousand
Ooh.
gold pieces, as well as a pretty good smattering of platinum. On top of that, there are also quite a few precious gems.
You also see in a little pit just a bunch of electrum, and it looks like the dragon's taking a shit on it.
He's gonna look for diamonds. Because he knows that those are useful for spells and stuff. Bean?
How did I get to where it's 10 precious gems and none of them are diamonds? Wild.
Oh, sad.
You find a black opal, a blue sapphire,
Opposed to a
two
red
emeralds,
sapphire.
2 fire opals, 2 opals, 2 star rubies, and 1 star sapphire.
What the fuck is a star, sapphire, and ruby?
A star sapphire is translucent blue sapphire with a white star-shaped center. And a star ruby is a translucent ruby with white star-shaped center.
Very valuable.
All of these gems appear to be among the most valuable gems you've seen. You don't know the exact value, but they are pretty pricey. You know enough for that.
He'll grab. So I'm trying to think here. You said if someone claims it, then they claim it. We're not going to take it. But if they haven't claimed it, then we can take it. Well, nobody's claimed it yet. And we did kill the dragon, so I mean, like, taking a little something should.
Finder's fee.
Yeah, you know what? He'll take the gems for now, and the magical items that they found, and he's not gonna touch anything else. He's just gonna be like, yeah, that should suffice.
Okay, I will say Morgan would know the combined gems are far out value the money.
Yeah.
Like, they're at least 3/4 of the value here.
It makes the gold pile look like a few pieces of copper.
I'm not saying I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying Morgan would know
Yeah,
that.
Morgan would look at it and just be like, yeah, magic items, gems. Yeah. They could keep all the gold. In his mind, the way how he figures it is that like there's all that gold and that's like easily redistributable stuff for people that got stuff stolen from them. But like these, You know, it's like people are gonna be like, oh, you know, like that's my family heirloom. No, that's my family heirloom. No, so Morgan's just gonna take the
I'm making the
chance.
executive decision that it's my family
Yeah,
heirloom.
yeah.
I'm making.
Instead of telling people that there's a rose gold iPhone 12 that was lost, you tell them there was a lost phone, and if they tell you the right thing,
Then you give it back to them. Exactly.
okay. So let me type this out.
And you can't argue with me because I can cast
Go.
Fist.
So true.
It's I always forget which things are shift enter and which things are control enter to add a new line.
Actually, is just a question, is Fenmerel Mest I can't pronounce that. Mr. Rain?
Finmarel Mistrain.
Femoral Mistrain, okay. Femoral Listerine.
Ephemeral Listerine.
Is she an evil goddess or a good goddess or neutral?
That's of outcast. Neutral.
Neutral.
Outcast, scapegoats, and solitude.
Well, I wouldn't have worshipped her because Rebecca, up until like becoming a warlock, was very much like an atheist. Not like our world atheist, but just like they're powerful beings that don't really deserve worship. She still kind of thinks that, but she more respects them. It's like the level under worship, I guess.
I realize you can kill me, so I will give you my respect.
I realize you can turn a door into a jar and make a breakfast attack me.
But she probably would have like had a little bit higher opinion of Listerine.
Not enough to be able to say the name.
Listen,
but...
that's a Beck thing. That's because I can't English.
The gems are in Discord for you, Dylan.
Yeah, I'll start reading the book.
Okay. What would you like to be doing, Oyren? You can probably figure out. Well, can you figure
Can
out?
artificers ritual cast identify?
Do artificers have ritual casting?
That's why I'm asking.
I don't know.
Because it seems like something they should be able to do.
Is identify an artificer spell?
It is. It's the first one on that list.
Okay. Preparing.
It says I can't. It
casting.
says R next to it, but I don't
Oh yeah,
know
you
if
do have
that's-
ritual casting is an artificer thing. So you could spend 11 minutes
Touching something.
touching any of those things to cast a spell to identify the object.
Well, don't I already know?
Well, you know it's magic. You don't know what it is.
The spell scroll?
Let me look
Okay.
if the spell scroll is on your class list to know if you would know the spell from the scroll. It is on which class list? It is on the Bard, Cleric, and Wizard class list, so no.
Can I use it on the ring?
You can use it on the spell scroll, the hand axes, or the ring. Well, and the ring.
I thought you
just
just
have to
said
do
I
one
couldn't
thing at a
use it on the spell scroll.
No, I was saying you wouldn't just be able to tell just by looking at it. You can do identify.
Oh,
Like that's the point
gotcha.
of identify is to identify.
To identify. All right, then I'll identify the spell scroll
Okay.
for 11 minutes.
Yes, and that is free. So, it is a spell scroll of legend lore,
Legend lore.
which that's the spell name. You can click on you can search it up in the top right.
Oh, that's one of my things that I have. Or no, it's not.
It's one of the things.
Oh,
No,
oh, I can search it where?
so like where you
Oh,
have chat
the
up
eye,
in the
okay,
there's the eye
yeah.
up there. The book back. As I get out of Tasha's and back to the other book. Does confirm the non-answers you were given that this is the son of King Melindrock. He's frequently referred to in the book, in the journal, as my poor father Melindrock, or King, or my poor father the king, or my poor father Melindrock.
Does it mention a brother?
It does in passing. It doesn't seem he pities his brother as much as his father. He thinks very lowly of his brother. You also find that a fairly recent entry from, what would that be? 3 days ago. That reveals the Green Dragon Mask has arrived at the site under Xerran's protection and ready to be assembled into the Mask of the Dragon Queen.
At the site. Can I like insight check this to to like think if he's talking to like going through the book? Does it seem like the site refers to the intersection point of the forest, the mountain, and Greenfields?
Make a an insight check.
Big money, big money, big money. Pretty
Not
good
bad.
money.
It's vague, as if there's certain things he was keeping purposely vague, as if so as not to give away secrets should the book fall into the wrong hands, as apparently it has. It's hard to tell between two things. It could be that intersection, or it could be the headquarters. You also find reference in the book to the siblings' spark.
Sibling spark. What does that mean?
And it being taken from the sibling and hidden away.
Bahamut spark. What's his spark? I ask mentally into Andromeda, see if she knows.
Okay. The only thing Andromeda can think of is it might mean like his divine essence. But that's just a guess. Oyren, were you identifying the other three things as well?
Yeah, I'll go with the ring.
Okay. The ring is a ring of free action.
That's good.
So I just get another action?
No, it's you can't be restrained, I think.
difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. Magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. It basically makes it where it's hard to impede you.
You can't. Hold person doesn't work on you.
Like how the vines were making it real slow for you to go through the water.
Right. Gotcha.
And finally, the hand axes. You identify. I'll say. Would you identify both, or would you identify just one and assume they're the same?
I guess I'll identify both in case I'm wrong.
Okay. The hand axes are both +3 hand axes,
Damn.
which means they have a +3 to attack and damage rolls.
Gotcha. I'll let somebody have some of these things.
I mean, I could be decent with those, but like, I get no sneak attack.
That is true.
What? Well, if you steady aimed and then
No, it's not finesse.
threw
It's not finesse.
it has to be finesse. For
It
the
has to
ranged
be
version?
finesse. Yep.
They're
'Cause
also they're also not ranged weapons
I mean, neither are daggers, but daggers count because they're finesse.
because they're finesse. Yeah,
But bows aren't finesse, and you can get
because
they're
they're a
ranged
ranged
weapons.
weapon.
right. But you can
Eh,
throw hand axes.
That's
They're
a
ranged
thrown
attack.
melee weapon. It is not a
Hand axes,
ranged weapon.
spears, hand axes and spears aren't don't count because they're thrown weapons and they don't have finesse. Darts
that's
count.
so
Darts, daggers,
gay.
and I think nets technically.
Nets can't get it because they don't do damage, so you can't increase their damage.
I see. Okay.
Also, nets have disadvantage whether you throw them at 5 feet or 10
Because
feet.
whoever designed it was like sucking, like a pacifier made of arsenic.
Yeah. But
I think I
wait,
made
so you
being
said
inhale his lung.
you can get it with darts.
Darts are a ranged weapon.
Yep.
Darts are a thrown weapon.
They are a thrown ranged weapon as opposed to a thrown melee weapon. Like if you look at the weapons table, Dylan, it's broken down into simple melee, simple ranged, martial melee, martial ranged.
I'm gonna throw you.
You
Please
can't.
do.
You're sick.
How the fuck
Oh.
do you spell Xerran's name?
With an X. And 2 R's.
Xerran.
Okay, good.
Darts are actually darts don't have the range property. They just have thrown. They are finesse though.
Yeah, they don't have a range.
Oh, they're a simple ranged weapon. Okay.
Yeah, they're a ranged weapon.
But they're finesse. So you could use strength with them?
Yes.
So it would default, since it's a range weapon, it would default to dex. But because it's finesse, you can use strength.
Yes.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
That way barbarians can use them.
Yeah.
When your barbarian just throws darts constantly.
It hurt. But you don't get the rage damage because it's not a melee attack.
At the other end of the cave, you do find another fissure.
Here?
Yes.
Alright, I step through.
And
Oh, would you look
are
at that?
in. You see Morgan pocketing some gems.
He probably already did that at this point.
Oh yeah, you spent a good bit of time reading the book.
I'll just kind of like walk along the horde, see if I detect anything else in there.
Okay. There are no other sources of magic other than what you and your compatriots have on your persons.
Okay. All right. Managed to fix my foot. It was going invisible. Xerran managed to recover a spell slot, and it fucking almost killed me. So it's fine. Good thing I resist poison.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, my foot, the dart. Oh, you weren't even there for that. I got shot with a dart from a chest, and it. I thought it was like making my body numb, so I'm like, oh, okay, this is an issue. And then it started feeling weird after a bit, so I took off my boot, and my foot wasn't there anymore. It was just turning invisible. And then Xerran fixed it with dispel magic, and it hurt like a bitch.
It was a whole thing.
You weren't there for the
Okay.
resolution, though.
No.
Well, we found some magic stuff, and I took a finder's fee. So we gotta leave the rest of this stuff alone.
I mean, there's a safe way. You don't have to force the commoners to walk through the bloody, swim through this chamber. There's a walking path that way.
Oh, like for them to get over here. And...
Yeah, safely.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. We'll let them know about that. I didn't really want to go for a swim again anyway. Hey, so like,
My hair wet.
yeah, my fro gets wet and I don't really like it. It's kind of problematic. Takes a lot of work to get it to stay the way that it does.
Your hair is like a millimeter long.
And
There's nothing you can do with that.
look, you shut up. I don't talk to you about your hair care routines. Like, what do you use? Moisturizer, conditioner, shampoo?
Prestidigitation.
See, now I don't even want no advice from you when it comes to hair care.
I use magic.
Taking the easy way out and shit.
Is it really easy if it can like completely change reality? Actually, don't answer that.
So, what did you find again, Oyren? You said magic axes, magic ring.
I got some magic. Yeah, it's I got some potions. It lets you go to another dimension, I think.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that.
My tongue's gone.
It's back at this point.
Oh, is it? Okay. My tongue was gone at one point.
Like, is it a potion of etherealness?
Yes.
Or oil of etherealness? Have I seen that before?
Oil of etherealness. I feel like you've seen it before.
No. I recall. No, that wasn't me. Because that would have been Rinder with the hags.
Yep.
No, I got one of those. It's right here in the bag of holding. Oil of etherealness, number 10. Loki gave it to me. Along with potion of heroism, number 11.
What you're saying it is like it's perfumes.
Number 10.
Morgan uses heroism 11.
Heroism 11.
Got coral
Heroism
blue
is
42.
the scent. The 10, the 11 is the intensity.
I also have potion of
Is that how
fire
it
breath,
works?
number 14.
I don't fucking know.
I got a lot of stuff in here. I got the dragon parts. I got these gems that I took. I got a bunch of stuff that I need to sell that we took from the Dendar place. Like I still got this bejeweled doublet. That might have to get sold.
Someone should take this the supreme healing. Because I won't need it.
You won't need it? I mean, if you want me to put it in the bag, I can put it in the bag.
Let's not put it
Oh.
in the bag because then that takes an action to take it out.
Then you keep it.
All right. I'll add a supreme healing potion to my sheet.
Although, with the oil of etherealness, you want me to just put it in here with the other one? Or do you want to keep it?
That's more of a something that we
decide.
Yeah, something
It's the keys.
yeah. Um. Like it's not something like we keep on us like in case of emergencies to use. It's more of a yeah. We could probably use this. Let's take it out.
So then you want me to put it in there with the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the clairvoyance too. Yeah, throw that in there.
Oh, all right. Hold on. Let me add that to the list. That's gonna be number 22. Potion.
Bean, I'm not seeing a potion of supreme healing in this list. I only see a potion of healing.
Roll20's dumb and only has the potion of healing in the compendium.
So I'll just rename it to supreme healing.
Yeah, and then change the description to 10d4 plus 20.
How you spell clairvoyance? I need it for my notes.
10d12 plus
There's
20.
Claire,
Yeah.
CLAIRVOY. Bean's got it. He stole my thunder.
Voy ants. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's in here with the other stuff now.
Just to see the average. Fucking shit, dude.
It's 10d4, not 10d12.
I heard 10d12.
It's
I
100
said
health.
10d12 and like, yeah.
No, it's 10d4. All potions
yeah.
are d4s.
It's an average of 45.
Okay, still, holy shit.
Yeah, it's the top one.
Yeah.
You might say it's the supreme one.
That's like my entire health pool, so it's not really worth it for me to have on.
It's not so much for you to have it, it's like, it's for
Oh, to
you to
feed
have to
somebody.
give someone, yeah.
Right.
Or for you to have it. Like if you go into a room and Rebecca steps on a trap that just knocks her unconscious, the person behind her can put that in her.
So
True.
that ring, it sounds really useful. And I know that Rebecca could probably make use of it, but at the same time, I get really fast and I run around and like go places. So maybe I could have it if y'all are okay with that.
Yeah, I'm
The
fine.
ring does require attunement.
How many items is he tuned to? Like,
I
one?
could unattune from the Eliminator tattoo.
You're gonna suck that tattoo back into a needle.
This would be the second time I've done that.
Yeah.
It's just Morgan doesn't do a lot of writing, and
There's one time where you could have used it and you didn't, which very disappoints me.
when could I have used it?
I forget exactly when, but we had a conversation. It's like I was like, there's nothing I had to write with. I'm like, you have that tattoo. He's like, oh right.
Oh yeah, then I literally didn't. Yeah, I mean like. Oh, okay. Wait, then how about this? Oren. Oren, sorry, I called you another guy from the other place. Oren, I could give you a magic item in exchange for the ring.
Patience.
Okay. What you got?
It's a tattoo that lets you write on literally nothing, and you could do secret messages and make it so that only you and the person that you're writing to can see it. And you write in a big book, about your life story and the things that you see. So I
Ooh,
think it would suit you a lot more than me, who literally never picks up a pen in his life ever.
You'll never run
okay,
out of ink with that.
like that. I like that. I like that. I don't know how to
Just
do
fully
voices.
autotunes.
Well,
Just takes the tattoo out. Here you go. No.
Yeah, you see all the ink get sucked. Morgan pulls out a needle and just jabs it into his arm, and you watch as the tattoo just works its way back up his arm and into the needle.
Mhm.
There's something about that that makes me feel it's not hygienic.
You don't want to trade tattoos.
You don't want to get a prison tattoo with a shared needle? What's wrong with you? You don't want hepatitis C?
Okay, so how do I add that into my thing?
If you open your character sheet,
Yep, I have
Uh,
it.
and then if you search Illuminator's tattoo, oh, if I could spell, is there two L's or something?
I put it in the thing.
Yeah, if you can just drag and drop it onto your sheet. Unless your sheet is in pop-out mode, and then you cry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So what is
Okay.
it? Is it a
Unpop it out.
ring of freedom of movement?
Ring of free,
Free
action.
action.
Very well.
The Ring of Freedom!
I'm in
Congratulations
pop
on
out.
your second ring.
Yeah, I know. He's got the wedding band on his right ring finger. He's got the ring of protection on the middle finger right next to it. And then I'll have the ring of free action over on the left hand.
Also on the middle finger, just so we can double bird people.
Yeah, you know what? Sure, it's also on the middle finger. Instead
One
of
more and
the
you can
other
summon
finger.
Captain Planet.
Planetina?
Yeah, Planet.
My
Captain
character
Planet and
sheet's just
Planetina.
white. It's stupid. When it's not in pop out mode, it just goes white.
I also have that problem. You have to refresh if you change it off of pop-out mode.
Oh, okay.
Yo, ring of free action.
No more getting restrained for you.
Oh yeah.
Why is there a big fucking D12?
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it, B. But yeah, we should probably head back to the group.
Yep.
This way,
I
everyone.
dragged it, but I don't know where it went.
It's in your inventory at the bottom.
I knew
Oh,
one of
it's not on the
these days.
sidebar of like
No,
my.
it's an item.
Okay. Oh, it's just an item. Interesting. Okay.
can
Well, I probably won't
expand.
use this because I have like 70 other items that I can attune.
Yeah, but you get more attunement slots than everyone else.
I have 4, right?
Yeah, and they can have 3.
You can get 6 at the end.
You're just better.
I'm just better. I'm
Oh yeah.
so much better, even though I don't know what I'm doing.
Speaking of, from now on, Rebecca, like when we're in spooky places like this, where there's probably like secret passages and stuff, remind me that I have that hooded lantern that can, you know, reveal things.
You have a hooded lantern that can reveal things?
Yeah, it's a lantern of revealing. I got it. I think it was a card game at the. Oh, it must have been the Yawning Portal. Something. I don't know. If not, it was somewhere in Baldur's.
when winner got the lantern, loser had to go into the yawning portal and go into Undermountain
Yeah.
Without the lantern.
without the lantern.
Without the lantern. Now that I think about it, he probably could have used it, and I could have spared him and had pity on him.
He's probably dead.
George? No, he came back up 2 days later.
It took him that long to find a gold coin down there to pay for coming back up.
Yeah.
How long have you had this?
Oh,
Since before you met him.
Yeah, before I met you.
And you never mentioned it until now.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Oyren, this might be a good time to mention that you have a thing that can unlock any lock.
Oh yeah, I have. Is it the mystery key?
It's the mystery key and the chime of opening.
Yep, I have 2 things that can do things.
Yeah, I also got this
trying to read.
immovable rod, but I never like did anything with it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Morgan used to do a sword swallowing act with it.
I have a thing called. Oh man, I have a thing.
I also used
I
to
haven't-
fuck around and make people think that they weren't strong by having it lock in place, and then I would grab it, and then I would move it, and I'd be like, see, you just didn't have the strength. You weren't worthy. Kind of like a...
Worthy. Honestly, turning a movable rod into like the handle of like a hammer would be fucking based.
I saw an idea where someone was like, imagine an immovable rod enchantment on a weapon where you literally just run them through with a longsword and then lock it in place so that they can't do anything but like
Move backwards.
throw themselves off of it essentially. Yeah, make
Is
the
this a-
wound worse.
Make it a scimitar. That's why it's curved.
Is this a good time to mention that Tom also has a ring of free action?
Son of a bitch!
What? Bro, he could have gone through the water the other session.
We could have.
Oh, what? What a goof.
He also has, and he hasn't put it on a sheet, 2 mystery keys
So we have 3 mystery keys.
and a guardian emblem.
What's a guardian emblem?
I
What
don't
is that?
remember.
I have a clockwork amulet.
I know I've used my Amulet of the Drunkard multiple times, and the Alchemy Jug is just for free booze.
I mean,
Which I don't know if that was the intention when you gave it
You
to
can
me,
turn a
but-
normal hit into like a critical hit into a normal hit? What the fuck?
Oh, is it a 1 free nope a day?
It's 3 free nopes a day.
3 free nopes a day and he wasn't using it? God, that's even
And
more
it's
of
a
a sin than
reaction!
me. Oh my god. That's actually worse than me forgetting that I had a Lantern of Revealing.
I
There's
also
too
like how
many-
they made the Grave Cleric Channel Divinity an item.
Oh yeah, that's right. Grave Clerics can do that.
Sentinel at Death's Door or whatever.
At least the Bag of Holding doesn't take an attunement slot. I'm glad that most of these other items that I have don't take attunement slots, because if I was attuned to something that I like kept forgetting to use, I'd be really angry with myself.
you mean like the tattoo?
Like the tattoo, yeah. I was pretty angry at myself for that. Hey, look, to be fair though, now someone that will actually use it has it, and there's
It's
like
true.
lore reasons for why he should have it, so...
It's true.
There is no reason for you to have that. You're
Well,
barely illiterate.
I think it was Bean initially thought that I was going to play a slightly more intelligent character, and then he goes, "Oh no, I've made a grave mistake. Whatever shall I do?"
No, that was part of the. I do some of the starting magic items random, and some of them.
That explains a lot, honestly. That explains
Uh,
why
don't
for
know
that
them there.
one shot I got horseshoes of Zephyr. Zephyr horseshoes. Like, wow,
Well,
this
then
is
you had a-
useless.
Then you had a flying horse.
Because I had to ask for it because like, wow, I have like no use for these without that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the meteor killed my Pegasus.
It's a good time to mention that Tia had eyes of minute seeing.
The fuck is
No,
that?
You know what? I still have the bag of beans that Loki gave me. I don't know what to do with that.
Oh, it's like a magnifying glass or a microscope.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not quite sure what she could have used that for.
Yeah, probably
It's
not
very
much.
niche. Literally, because it's small.
Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
As everyone yells at each other about not using things.
I don't know, are you going to expose me for not using something I have?
Oh, I can look at Beck's sheet real quick. It's a good time to mention that Rebecca has now you've used that.
Don't bring up the manual clay golems because I haven't had time to use it. It takes like 30 days to use it.
It's a good time to bring up that Rebecca has 1 cloves of garlic.
That was from when we thought it was a vampire stalking the town, and it was actually like some beholder thing.
1 Mr. Fox's glasses.
And we need legend lore to figure that out.
Well, you have a scroll of legend lore.
Yeah, we do now. But no one
Also,
can cast that.
Also, a blessed stone and a gourd of insect repellent.
Did I misspell insect? Son of a bitch.
You can have him identify the sash if you would like.
Oh yeah, Oyren sash identified now.
I do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah, no one in our party can cast legend lore.
No, but you do know some clerics that would probably be willing to do it for you.
Yeah.
Use the scroll for you. Since it saves on the material component. Doesn't that have an expensive material component?
It's like
normally?
500 gold pieces, and it consumes. It consumes incense worth at least 250 gold pieces and 4 ivory strips. So you need 4 ivory strips, 50 gold pieces each. So that's 200 gold pieces of ivory, which is not consumed, but you need 250 gold pieces of incense, which is consumed by the spell every time.
Yeah, plus the ivory, you do have to have the startup cost on that,
Yeah.
even though it's not consumed. The sash is a belt of hill giant strength, which sets the wearer's surely it's attuned. It does require attunement. Sets the wearer's strength score to 21 if it is not already higher than 21. However, this Eden was too dumb to realize this and wore it incorrectly.
Oh my god. Andromeda can attune to items. An imp with 21 strength.
The belt will not fit the imp.
Doesn't it magically resize?
Some things do. You can certainly try. Or, hear me out, world's strongest gnome.
It's me. What am I doing?
I return.
You return as Rebecca is talking about making the strongest imp ever to live.
In general, magic items in 5e resize.
You're gonna turn Rebecca, not Rebecca,
Andromeda.
Andromeda into a figurine of wondrous power.
The sash that the Eden had been wearing was a belt of hill giant strength.
Oh. Should probably give that to like Xerran or something. Because you and I are dex-based warriors, right?
Xerran has 17 strength. So it would be a marginal increase.
It'd be +3. Which, for bounded accuracy, is actually
really good.
a pretty good increase. It'd be the equivalent of giving him a +3 weapon.
And I mean, I'm not going to take any of those hand axes. I mean, I'll tell you what. Depending on what you want to do with Oyren, I mean, you slap what is it, returning weapon on one of those, +3 hand axe. It comes right back to your hand every time after you throw it. Not bad.
But then my spear and my profile picture will make sense.
This is true.
I
You could just
I don't
change the
think
hero
returning
forge
weapon
character.
is one of the things you took.
Don't they get to swap them out like how sorcerers can do meta magics at certain level ups, or am I thinking incorrectly?
They can. That's the thing I really don't like.
Oh, you don't like that they can swap
Yeah.
out their infusions.
I think the infusion things is you can swap them out on a long rest normally.
You can swap out which ones you use because you know more than you can have used at a time.
Oh, artificer.
Whenever you gain a level in this class, you can replace one of the artificer infusions you learned with a new one,
Oh, so like a
much
spell.
like with spells. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't mind it for the infusions. For meta magic and for
Packed boons.
packed bones and for cantrips, I'm not a fan of that Tasha's change.
That you're allowed to swap them?
Correct.
Why are you not a fan of that? Is that because you don't like the idea that...
Well, cantrips are supposed to be a thing that's innately part of you.
Well, cantrips I understand.
I mean,
but
also there are spells that you like for sorcerers and warlocks. There are spells you know, not prepared. So that's also innately part of you too.
But I mean the meta magics though? Like being able to swap out meta magics and then being able to, like, I think if anything the warlock thing makes it more story driven, because it's like, what if you were
I'm
packed
altering
with
the
a chain?
deal.
Yeah, like what
See,
were
if you
packed
did a
with chain
story-driven
and then-
thing, yes. If you're just doing it on a level up for free, no. Like if you're doing something that would realistically alter your contract, sure.
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter
I
it.
don't alter it for you,
Xerran is full on attunement slots.
Meta magic I have not put much thought into.
Guardian
meta
Emblem,
magic-
free action, and devotee sensors are all attuned.
Most of them aren't really all that useful anyway. Distant, twinned, and subtle are probably like the 3 best ones.
Transmute,
with.
maybe.
Yeah,
You could
transmute's pretty good.
empower- Oh yeah, transmute's good.
Not sculpting. What is it?
He also doesn't have his armor on the sheet. The Mariner's
Right.
armor.
He's not the kind of guy to remember to do it, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Is Mariner's armor attuned?
It's not.
Okay.
It's also not in a
Yeah.
book I own, so I can't put it on the sheet easily.
I
Anyway,
might be able to if you give me access to the sheet. It's wild.
You
now.
should have access to it.
yeah, it's wild mount, and you do have access to a sheet.
Extend, careful,
I don't.
distant. They're all good too.
Oh, I allowed you to edit and control, but I didn't allow you to journal. My bad.
Okay.
You should now.
Yep.
He is assuming direct control.
I'm assuming direct control.
Anyway, you're back out here with the people, and Xerran has just come down from praying.
I'll ask anyone if they know the sigil sequence for a teleportation circle in one of the towns of the Misty Woods.
Why did it give me 2? Okay, it's on there.
Oh, that's not the shift button. That is the shift button. Thank you, Dawn. I know one in the capital.
Does
Not
everyone
one
want to go to
anywhere.
the capital? And go out from there?
Works
Aren't
for
we?
me.
closer here. Is there a problem outside? Now
Um,
that the dragon's dead?
there's these spider things outside, and they're not friendly.
I mean, I've dealt with spiders before.
I will Mask of Many Faces into as best of a recreation as I can of that, because I won't have enough limbs.
You won't have enough limbs, and there's some other things that are. Yeah, you do as best you can, and they like back up a couple spaces.
Yeah, it
Spaces.
kind of looks like this, only worse.
A couple of them look at each other. Capital. Yes.
All right, in an hour we can go. Because I'll have to short rest to get my spell slots back. I'll drop the I'll drop the disguise. Also, there's some Andromeda show them the treasure hoards and stuff to see if they can find anything of their own. And if they do, then they can grab it. If not, we'll have to let others know that this exists and can come back and actually get all that stuff. Though it's probably best to stay out of this area for probably a few days. Actually, would I know how long it takes for a lair to revert back to normal?
It varies depending on the dragon and the effect.
An adult green dragon's effect.
I'm pulling it up. Blue. Here's green.
Wait, he has a devotee sensor and he's not using that.
He has
using
been
the
using it.
trident.
He's been using it to attack, but he hasn't used its extra feature because it's not very useful in
It's like
combat.
combat useful. It's useful after combat.
Because you'll heal your enemies.
You don't choose who in the smoke gets healed. You know that most of them take about a 10-day.
Okay.
Most regional effects. However, you don't know the specifics with green dragons. You know, with different dragons, some of their effects will end in about a 10-day, while others end as soon as the dragon dies.
So probably all the animals are back. Possibly. It probably won't be safe to come back here until about a week from now. But if anyone does come back, probably best to bring at least some arm protection to fight off those spider things if they're still around.
Okay.
Yeah, Andromeda will take everyone to go look through the stuff that's there, see if they can take anything of theirs.
Okay. A few of them will, claim to.
This is my coin.
Some tapestries that were in the bedchamber. As well as one recognizes the golden birdcage. However, as far as gold, they don't know how much they don't know if they have any family remaining, and if how much of that gold would be theirs, as opposed to how much their family may or may not still have should they be surviving.
When they come back, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna see if we can organize something with King Melandruk to have this wealth distributed to the survivors and next of kin of the victims. That way, it's fair.
Thank you for all you've done. We'd like to apologize for attacking you.
Just, a lot of you could probably use some better practice with weapons. And also, I look at the four that were at the front door. And sorry for deceiving you initially.
No problem. You were quite convincing.
I mean, I do have like a 15 in deception, so I better hope so.
And new things that only the cultists would know.
Well, we've been after these guys for a while, so know thy enemy.
Alright. So the hour passes with the collection. You, with the help of the mage, draw out the sigil sequence.
All right. Xerran will pick up Fuckface and throw him over his shoulder.
Okay. You do also have the 4 unconscious people in the
Yeah.
bunk room.
Morgan, help. Could you help with this?
You want me to do things? Nah, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. All right. So everyone, take a bunch of people. Help take people. So I'm gonna open. I'm gonna cast the spell, and everyone is going to run through within 6 seconds. If you don't make it, I'm sorry. But I'll be the last one through just in case.
Yeah. So is the party going through as well? Because this will take you much further away from all the places you currently want to be.
Actually, do we want to go to the capital?
It will take you to the southern forest.
Oh, it's on the other end. Okay, yeah. So all of you are going to the south side of the forest. You should be all right there.
They will get ready to run through. Are you taking the worm speaker with you?
Yeah, we'll
or
take
are
the
you
worm
sitting up
speaker
there with
with
them?
us. We're taking
Okay.
it back to Waterdeep.
Okay. He is awake at this point.
I'll knock him
With
out
his
again.
his head
In a bag.
his head in a bag, a gag in his mouth, his hands tied.
I will non-lethal damage attack him with my fist.
Easy enough, you don't have to roll.
My God, this is brutal.
Every time he wakes up, I'm just gonna clunk him over the head.
Every day.
It's like, oh, what's happening?
Is Rebecca gonna end up at the Hague too?
I mean, there's a chance he can still cast a spell.
He
What
was
if-
reaching for a gun.
What if he has subtle spell? Oh, not subtle. Yeah, subtle spell.
It's true. It's true. All right. So they have 6 seconds to get through. You open the portal. The portal the last one through is lugging one of the unconscious.
The
elves with him.
unconscious people should have been through it the first.
And the portal starts closing, and his foot just makes it in as the portal closes.
That would have been messy. All right. Well, all the villagers are gone. We can, I guess, start making our way back to the village.
Yeah.
I should be able to cast fly on all of us. Not all of us. On 3 of us, and then I can carry Oyren. And we'll be
Okay.
able to fly over the spiders.
No, I'm pretty chonky.
One of you will be carrying the worm speaker.
I can do that.
Unless you'd like to
Xerran's
cast
probably
fly on
stronger.
them.
Not
yeah,
cast
that's
him. He's unconscious and not willing.
He might be willing to fly.
Yeah, but he might fly away.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
All right, very good. You fly over the spiders and end up back in the forest. Let me put you back on the Sword Coast map.
Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba 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 da, ba ba da,
You're able to make it about halfway back to the village before night falls.
It's all right. We can level up.
Would you like to make camp or press on?
We can make camp.
Okay. All right. Watches, and whoever is on watch will also have to occasionally knock out the man when he wakes up.
I'll do a watch.
I'll do a watch.
Okay. Oyren or Xerran for the final watch.
I can watch.
Okay.
I got eyes.
All right. Morgan, make me a perception check.
Oh, I got this.
Andromeda is actually helping you, so do that at advantage.
Do it again.
But better.
Morgan, you hear the sound of wings flapping overhead as a flock of birds flies.
Okay. Had me there for a second.
Through
Seemingly-
Andromeda's voice, through Andromeda, you hear Rebecca's voice. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie.
Seemingly returning.
Okay.
The ravens of the Misty Mountain are of the Lonely Mountain are returning.
Yes.
Rebecca.
The eagles are coming.
Yeah, you're gonna be in the middle of the battle of 5 armies soon.
Perception
Perception.
at advantage. It's persuasion. It's the same modifier. Or whatever. Oh, it's not. It's not anymore. Oof, that's not great.
Uh-oh.
You hear nothing except the sound of the man trying to get out of his ropes.
Whack! Actually, before I whack him, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna like tap him on the shoulder, see if he stops.
He stops.
Hey, Prince. I hope you don't have a concussion, because you're probably gonna be questioned quite vigorously when we get back to civilization. Whack!
Okay. And finally, Oyren, go ahead and make me a perception check at advantage.
Okay.
As the dragon lands 5 feet behind you. No.
He eats Oyren whole.
I'm dead.
Alright, your watch passes uneventfully.
And good.
We
I
leveled
thought you
up!
were
Now we
about
get a
to say-
long rest.
I thought you were about to insight check me.
I want an insight check.
Yes, and Rebecca and Morgan get their level up that they had already rolled last time.
Yo.
Money.
Everyone gets a long rest, and
How do I do that? Do I just have to manually click everything?
There is a setting, so you click on the gear.
Yep.
Just above, do you see where there's that whole launch character mancer thing?
on the right column.
Yes, launch level 1 character mancer.
Yeah.
Above
so
that,
right
in
above that.
general options, there is short or long rest. Turn that on.
Turn it on.
Go back to main
Okay.
page. You should see a button for short or long rest.
Yes. Long rest me, baby.
It's a long rest, baby.
Alright, now I gotta choose my spells.
And I believe someone used more than half of their
I
hit
did.
die, so I don't know if it
I didn't get all mine
automatically
back.
does that correct.
Yeah, it
So it
does.
does
It
automatically
does
do
it.
that right.
Yes.
That's nice.
I'm at 12 instead of 13, because I would have been at 13.
I appreciate that because I didn't know if it would do that correctly. All right. And then you step back out for the village of Altand.
I'll also have detect magic up just in case we start seeing a spell come into effect over the prince.
Magic appears, although you can't. Well, no, you can see it on the exposed bits of the prince.
All right, dispel magic from Xerran.
Okay. The prince very briefly starts convulsing and then stops.
Nope, not yet, boy.
As his mandatory cyanide spell takes effect. A couple hours later, you make it to the village. I would say in that time, Xerran would have to cast the spell one more time.
All right.
You are met on the outskirts of Altand by
Soccer,
when
if you
would it
didn't
come?
prepare it, you should probably prepare dispel magic if you have it.
Spell magic.
Dylan,
'Cause-
what's a good size for a company?
What spell level is that?
3.
We'll call it 20 armored elven soldiers. Stop you about 100 yards before you make it to the village proper.
Greetings.
As opposed to the very ragtag local defense that you had seen before, these seem to be official in some capacity. What business do you have here in Altend?
Well, we're here to inform the chief that the dragon and the cultists have been taken care of. And we're also on our way back to a different place. Fuck, what's its name? Daggerford.
Wouldn't we be going back to Waterdeep by way of Daggerford?
Well, we also have to take care of a castle.
Yeah, but there's no way that we're gonna walk around with this dude.
Oh yeah. Probably could teleport to Waterdeep and then head back down to Daggerford from this place.
He's just looking back and forth between you.
Yeah. We're here to tell the chief that the things have been taken care of and they can relax. And we'll be teleporting out to Waterdeep.
It appears you've done a job we were sent here for us. You've taken care of all of them. Is that what you mean, or just this one that you...
This is
Have
the
with you. I
head
need to
guy. All of them
The-
are dead, and the dragon is dead. Show them the scale, Morgan.
The leader of the cult? You
Not the
have-
cult, no. Of just this cell.
Yeah, this sect or cell of the terrorist organization known as the Cult of Tiamat. But yeah, and he'll show the Green Dragon scale and be like, took care of him. I believe his name was
Truth.
Hold on, 'cause Truth. That's right. I wrote it down.
He was
Truth.
green.
The Emerald Assassin.
Yep. It was quite a fight. He was very shocked when his poison breath had no effect on my superior constitution.
Honestly, I'm surprised we survived that, but we managed to pull through in the end.
And I got to fly for the first time.
Well, this is truly wonderful news.
It's probably also the first dragon you've ever seen. Oh, second dragon. Never mind.
Second.
Second dragon you've seen.
Yeah, I'm used to them now.
Our commander will probably want to take a statement from you before you leave.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
The have you been in Altan before?
Yes, this is not our first time. That's why I said to tell the chief here that everything is fine because we talked to him before.
And it would just so you, it would be Warden.
Warden! Shit, that's the word I've been using.
There's a large tent set up in the center of town. The chief should be in there.
The warden?
No, the commander. I mean,
The commander, okay.
like the soldier's commander.
All right. Yeah, we'll go talk to him, and then we'll go talk to the warden, and then be out of your hair,
Sir.
or scalp if you're bald, because you're wearing a helmet. I can't tell.
We will. You won't be able to take this one, and he'll kick the
He's
worm speaker.
He's over Xerran's shoulder.
Okay,
Kick
he'll punch him in the shoulder. In with you. You'll have to leave him with a couple of us when you go in the tent.
Okay.
There's sensitive information in there.
He is unconscious, but Andromeda, stay with him just in case he starts convulsing again. But
Convulsing. Has he been having seizures?
no, there's some anti-capture effect put in on at least the worm speakers that we know of that trigger after a certain point to try and kill them. But it's countered by Dispel Magic, but you have to keep reapplying it every time it activates. I don't know if there's a way to circumvent that.
Very interesting. I'll pass that along and see if there are any of our research division could look into what could be the cause of that.
I mean, we did capture one worm speaker prior, and he had the same effect, and we turned him into the council at Waterdeep, and so far we haven't heard anything about finding a counter to it, so unless King Melandrock hasn't been privy to the research from that, and nothing's been found.
Of course. I might still pass it along because
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Yeah.
But yes, I appreciate that he is unconscious. However, it is said that this cult has ears everywhere. So,
And eyes everywhere.
in case they might have some way of surveilling him, or surveilling around him, it would be best for him not to be in the tent.
Yeah. Let's keep him at least 150, at most 150 feet away from us. Probably around 100 feet away from the tent, just so if my familiar here sees that he starts convulsing, we can cast Dispel Magic while inside the tent.
Okay. Yes, he'll motion to 3 of the other soldiers. These 3 will keep him near the tent.
All right, and if he starts moving or convulsing, shout, and my drum will also, my familiar will also let me know if he starts convulsing. But if he starts moving,
well.
just give him a whack over the head.
With pleasure.
I don't think they know who he is. I say telepathically to Andromeda.
Can I make my elixirs?
Yes, you would make your elixirs.
When you woke up.
Yeah, I did. I
yeah.
forgot to make them.
You could also infuse your magic items that you haven't done before.
Right. I how do I just tell you?
Yeah,
Or
you
is
tell
there a way
me
to
which
mark it
ones
off?
you had picked.
Okay, I want who has the shield?
Xerran does not have a shield.
Was it more? Does somebody have a shield?
No one has a shield.
Oh.
Actually, Xerran does have a shield.
Xerran has a shield, yeah.
Does he? I thought it was just on his art.
No, he actually has one on his sheet.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's got the chainmail plus the shield. That's what gives him the AC.
Okay.
Maybe I won't use it. Okay. Well, I definitely want the boots of winding path,
Okay.
and I want mind sharpener.
Okay.
And then I want the Helm of Awareness. And then does somebody want an enhanced weapon with +1 to attack and damage?
Could you put that on my rapier, actually?
Yeah, I can do that.
Because when we
Might
go
be
after
fair.
this castle, I won't be able to use my sunblade.
Do that for you.
What was the other one? Was Helm of Awareness the other one you said?
Yeah, Helm of Awareness.
Okay. And are you using that's the 4 you can do. You can only do 4.
Right. Yep.
Are you keeping the other 3 yourself?
Yes.
Okay. 2 of those require attunement.
What is that? I thought that was me. I thought all these needed attunement.
The sword does
No.
not.
I'm so confused.
The sword does not, and the mind sharpener does not. No, these
Okay.
are your infusions.
Infusions. Those are different than attunements.
Yeah, because you can give the infusions to anyone or yourself. But like if you look at like on the Helm of Awareness, it says a helmet requires attunement.
Yep.
It's replicating a magic item.
Yeah, you're
How many
basically
attunements do I get?
at your level.
You should have 4
Yeah, I believe it's
at
4.
least,
Oh, okay.
maybe 5,
I don't think so.
because they get 6 at max, right?
They get 6 at max. It is currently 4.
4. Okay.
So I can't use this Illuminator's tattoo.
Yeah,
Or you
so
can always swap
Illuminators-
them out on a short rest. A long rest. Yeah, short rest.
Well, I don't have any other things that need attunement, so I can use them all without needing to swap anything.
Yeah, the Clockwork Amulet does not require it. So yeah, you're good.
Woohoo! +1
And
sword.
then I need,
Actually, is it a +1 or has it upgraded? Because at a certain level, that infusion
Oh yeah, plus
upgrades.
level 10. It's in chat. Level 10, so it's +2 now.
Yep, it is
Sick!
you currently have a +2 rapier, although that is technically a temporary magic item.
+2. I put +2 in quotes.
Okay, so then I need to roll 3d6. Or wait, is that fine if I just roll it like that?
You get 2 is what you get, so it'd be the first.
I only
you
get
roll.
2. Right. Okay.
Unless
so
you
4.
unless you want to spend a spell slot to make more.
No, I don't need that.
Okay, so
I
4 and a
barely have
3.
enough.
You get boldness and resilience.
Okay, I don't have. Oh, I do have. Okay, so resilience. I do have on my sheet. I need to add boldness on.
Boldness is pretty good. Okay. So you go in the tent, you spend a few minutes summarizing to the commander of the events of the past day and a half. Would you include about what you found out about the warden?
No, because that's that was like the condition I gave him. It's up to him to turn himself in. But we did persuade him to do so.
Yes. Okay, very good. After your summary's done, he turns around and goes back to the war table, and you see him just like take a bunch of stuff off of it and just throw it in a trash can.
Oh, were you preparing an assault?
An assault wasn't quite there yet, but for defense of the nearby towns and villages.
Well, I'll point out the cave on the map. There's actually a lot of gold and other wealth in there that should be distributed to the survivors and next of kin of the victims. But there is a lot of these monstrous spiders things surrounding the cave. Probably will be best to clear them at least, or get rid of a sizable, at least clear an area for people to go through to actually remove the wealth inside.
Very good. We'll set that. I'll get some plans going and set that in motion.
Also, bear in mind that their webs are very hard to see, so just walking around, you can just get caught in it without even realizing it. So bear that in mind.
I will. Thank you.
That's the second thing we've like, this is not our problem. Someone else can deal with this. Although we probably should check in on the progress of tackling on Waterdeep, because that's a big issue.
That you are dismissed without any incident from the prisoner.
Okay.
And
we'll go
go
see the warden.
see Galen.
Yeah.
You find him once again in his office / quarters, working on what seems to be paperwork on his desk.
Knock.
The raven once again squawks as you enter.
I would have knocked on the door, but okay, yeah.
There is no door.
I mean, it knocked on like the door frame.
Okay. Very good. Come in. He does not look up from the desk in saying this.
Galen?
You've returned so fast.
Honestly, it feels like it's been over a week, but yeah, it was less than a day actually. No, it's been. Did we stop? Did we get there in one day?
Well, you left and camped out the clearing, and you left from the clearing. So it's been.
Oh, it's been 3 days.
This will be the third day since he last saw you.
Yeah. Feels like it's been a 10-day, but no, it's been a bit shorter than that. How are you? Actually, why am I asking? Everything's they're gone. They're all dead except for the worm speaker, and he's currently tied up in on the ground outside, in the middle of town.
That's wonderful news. You don't think that they'll be sending reinforcements to the area?
I
when
hope
they notice no communication.
I hope not. But you never know. Though if they do, they'll have to start pretty much from scratch, considering how all of their forces here was wiped out, including the dragon.
Well, that is marvelous news.
But if they do crop up again, definitely let someone know.
I will, if I am privy to such information. Forgive me for being a bit surprised at your quick return. And all of you returning. It was quite a feat to take down an operation like that unscathed.
I would say unscathed. But we definitely came out with only one casualty, but that was managed to be rectified. But it was a villager that was abducted from one of the villages. She died fighting off the last of the cultists as we were finishing off the dragon, and luckily I was able to revive her. So, but they're all in the capital now.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm sure they'll be well taken care of there. What can I do for you?
Well, we're just here to let you know that everything's fine, and I guess to remind you of what you said you'd do when it was over.
Yes, it's actually part of what I'm working on here with these letters. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am for what you've done.
Do you have a piece of paper I could write something quick on?
Of course. And he'll reach into a drawer and pull out a roll of parchment.
All right, I'll write out a quick, a short little letter to be delivered to whoever will be taking him in if he gets arrested or whatever. Basically, saying that like, while his intentions were noble to like delay the invasion of war, to temporarily stop the destruction of other towns in the Misty Forest. Had we not intervened, it would have ended up being much more devastating. However, because he did delay them, we were able to intervene and wipe out the cell. So I would say that should be taken into consideration, that his actions were more courageous rather than treachery. And then I'll sign it with my name, and then I'll get the others to sign it too, and I'll also what will I do? There's a thing. I'll also like note that like we're envoys of the council from Waterdeep.
Okay. Very good.
I guess technically, since we're still known as the Uniques, I'll also sign it with that.
Okay. And are you leaving this letter with him?
Yeah, I'll fold it up and give it to him. It's like, here, that's forever who comes to take you into custody or whatever.
Very well. Should I arrange for rooms for you again tonight?
Actually, just a clear spot to draw some sigils on the ground.
Anywhere you find that's open is open.
All right. Well, it's hopefully the town can forgive you, because while I personally, on one hand, very courageous and like you're doing what you thought was best. On the other hand, had things not gone the way it did, it would have resulted in way more deaths. But in the end, it worked out. So I guess that makes it the right thing.
Plus, Morgan just feels bad for the dude because his wife died.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor bastard.
But good luck, Galen.
To you as well.
All right, let's go grab Fuckface and get out of here.
Has it been long enough yet, voice in the sky? Can I get my gun back?
Do the math real quick.
Yeah, we can siege a castle with a gun.
It's tomorrow, Dylan.
We can spend the night in Waterdeep. Plus, it's probably like early afternoon right now.
Morgan, 2 of your compatriots have never seen your spin box.
Yes.
They've only heard rumors. I mean, Oyren probably understands it a bit better than Xerran would, but Oyren's like, this is weird. But it makes sense what it is.
Spin box, spin box, spin box.
Okay. You collect your prisoner. Find a clearing, draw the sigils, and teleport to the Harper's hideout in Waterdeep.
Yep.
Right, I'm gonna have to get more chalk because I'm running low.
Where there are there's currently 3 Harpers, at least in the main room that you teleport into, running about, collecting and sending out paper birds.
I'll ask. Has what's her name? Where is it? Harper. There it is. Has Romalia returned?
She returned 2 days ago, best I know.
And she hasn't left?
Not to my knowledge. She was asking around about where you all have been.
We killed a dragon, so we also captured another worm speaker. Is there a place we can dump him? Or do we take him to the council? Like we did the last guy.
I wouldn't know. I would assume you would take him to the council, though.
All right. Send word to Romalia that we'll be back. Just go dump this guy off at the council and let them know that they need to continually cast a spell magic on him whenever he starts convulsing.
Okay. The one that meets you at the council, as far as an official goes, is actually Romalia Haventry.
Oh, Romalia.
Greetings. Just the ones I was looking for.
Yeah, we were busy in the Misty Woods. Captured a worm speaker, killed a dragon, wiped out a cell. All good.
As he starts convulsing.
Oh shit! Darren will use
do
his
it.
oh, you'll do it? Okay.
Okay. I can do it. I'll dispel magic.
Very good. Ah, great. Another one under that effect.
Yeah, don't know what's causing it, but definitely can get shit out of him. He was, I believe, an exiled prince of the Emerald Enclave, though.
Prince of the
Not Emerald
Enclave.
Not Emerald Enclave, the King Melindrox. He's an exiled son of King Melindrox.
Are you sure of this?
I'll take out the diary and pass it over to her. Probably why he was sent to attack the Misty Woods in the first place, since he knew it so well.
Well, this is certainly very interesting. I'll see that he's and she'll clap twice, and 2 of the Harper's guards will come over, and these gentlemen will escort him to the holding area.
Right. He's a spellcaster too, so be careful.
Noted. Thank you. So I got your note.
Yes, is there somewhere private we can speak?
We can. The best place would be the council chamber. Let's go there. there's no. It can't be spied upon.
All right.
In the council chamber, Sir Istval is also there, though he is not in the center of the room, like at the table. You just see him like talking to some pages off to the side.
Istaval. Cormir.
Yeah, the honorary Lord's Alliance member representing Cormir.
And nominal rep of Daggerford. Right, I guess we'll go to the opposite side of the room from him.
Okay.
So I don't know how much stock to put in this, but while we were interrogating a cult member on our way to the Metallic Dragon convention, I got the sense that potentially, oh god, what's his name? Lord Nevermember might be coercing with the cult. Because I asked that specific cultist who he was directly working for, and he said, Lord Nevermember, and I felt like he was telling the truth. Now, he very much could have been lying really well, but on the off chance he wasn't, it's not something we should ignore. I don't think he is, but again, what if he wasn't lying?
I appreciate you coming to me with this, and pose the best word. Trusting me with this information over whoever else you would tell on the council. Though I will say, all the original members of the council, well, the original members of this council, I should say, as councils of Waterdeep have happened before, were very thoroughly vetted. With the primary exceptions of yourselves, though you came on very good recommendation from a dear friend of mine.
And then everyone else came because I say so. Because I'm the only one that was actually recommended by
Syndra.
Syndra, yeah.
Yes, this is true. Let me look up something real quick. I've known of Lord Neverember for quite some time, and I would have to say he would almost necessarily be the most heavily vetted member on the council, seeing as he was
Lord
the
Protector.
Open Lord.
Not Lord Protector. Yeah, the Open Lord.
As well as Lord Protector of Neverwinter, but that wouldn't inspire as much in the means of vetting.
How often are people revetted?
Well, as recently as him join as the council being called, he was vetted, as were all the other representatives.
Maybe do it again. Just in case. Something could have changed from when the council was initially called.
Very well.
Also,
That will.
why is he no longer open lord?
Name. The voting happens every so often, or when the Master Lords call a vote. I am not a Master Lord, and therefore I'm not privy to the exact reasonings, but he was voted out, as is the democracy of the city.
Hmm.
Lady L'Ariel Silverhand comes from. I should say that he is the most vetted of the original members of this council. Lady Silverhand has a very extensive history in the realms, and I believe it would be more than fair to say she is more heavily vetted than most of the rest of us combined.
Yeah. I'd say probably vet Never Member again, and if possible, maybe just vet everyone again, just in case.
It would have to be. It would have to be everyone. I'll talk to a couple people and see if I can get the necessary votes to call for a revetting.
And if not, also maybe do some discreet looking into some things just in case, because you never know.
I'll have that. I'll see what I can get the Harpers to do. Let's see here. I'll call for the revetting. I'm assuming you will second, since you're the one bringing this up.
Yeah. Under yeah, probably not to say directly who we suspect could be an issue, just like a rumor that a member of the council is colluding with the cult, and just to be safe.
And you
Or-
obviously understand that you will all be thoroughly vetted as well, given a revetting.
Oh,
I don't got nothing to hide.
um, yeah.
Especially seeing as you have made 2 new members since the last council meeting, and seemingly lost 2 of yours as well.
Well, Tia, I think, was already part of like
Yeah,
the
she's
Hamlet's
working.
organization.
She's no, not the Harpers. She's working with the Platinum
No, I said
Dragon.
Bahamut, yeah,
Yeah,
not the
Bahamut.
Harpers.
He said
Right.
Bahamut.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard
So,
Harpers.
so I mean, like, she probably shouldn't be in question, but Loki, as good of a friend as he was, I don't think he worked with the Dragon Cult, but he definitely came from questionable areas, if that's what you mean. And as for Xerran, well, I fought him in the arena a few years back, and then he just kind of showed up here, so I figured you guys already vetted him.
Yeah, he was also he was invited to to witness one of the meetings.
Yeah, he
Yes.
was here to witness. He was to be part of the council originally.
Yeah, so like, I mean, he's good. Oyren, though, I mean, we just kind of
He's
met
a
him.
good kid, even though he's older than me.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I'm just a traveler. We fought a dragon.
He writes books and stuff.
I got.
I mean no disrespect, but it is our goal of collecting. Amassing information is what the Harpers do.
Yes.
I do that too. Just the same.
I do not deign to do not take this as passing judgment, but as just some advice. I would say that you, looking at Rebecca, and Loki probably risk the most. Well, as I said, I don't know the exact specifics, but your lines of travel through life will lead to the most risk of unsavory things turning up in a vetting.
I'm guessing you know the thing about me.
I know a few things. Again, I'm not passing judgment, just a friendly warning.
That
Wait, does that mean they know things about me?
the Harpers are the NSA of Faerun.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, the Harper's literally just some mass information. Some of the stuff you've done was very public, Beck.
Like what?
Like being wanted.
Oh yeah, I suppose. But for the destruction of a town, but the town's fine.
The town's never existed.
Yeah, how can it be wanted for the destruction of a town that doesn't exist?
Why the charges were dropped, but it's pretty mysterious, Beck. Something that an organization like the Harpers would look into.
Oh, I don't think you guys know. Probably should have let you know about this, but the town that mysteriously disappeared or never existed in Greenfields is still there.
You did allude to that. You did mention this in the first council meeting.
Ah, yes. I do have a connection to that town, but the fact that they're alive, at least for now, was a great weight off my shoulders.
Nothing that I personally know is something I would be worried about for you. It's what that kind of life could have been tied up in. I'm just giving a... I do not know anything that would disqualify you. I'm just saying that I believe in my experience that you two would run the most risk of something like that coming up, or having had something in the past.
I'm back.
I mean, a Celestial thinks I'm alright, so... So that should count for something. Loki, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, Loki's Loki.
But, yeah, we probably should get some rest and get your gun back and start making our way back down to Daggerford.
Yes,
Must be
Loki,
nuts.
neighbors with a war criminal.
Sorry, what?
War criminal?
Are you talking to anyone else about bringing this motion up? We will need, with the current council size, 4 votes, and your group counts as 1 vote. I have someone I can talk to get another.
So we need a third.
I'll ask around for a 4th, but I can't make promises on the 4th vote. If you talk to anyone else, perhaps, but...
We could talk to, what's the dwarf guy? Where is it?
Dalen Winterhouse.
Was it Froome? Froome the dwarf?
Conrad Braunanvil
Braunanvil.
is the dwarven representative,
Yeah, Braunanvil.
the ambassador of...
Yeah, he likes us.
I believe Ontharr Froome is also a dwarf, but I could be correct. I could be incorrect. Why is Heldris here?
I think we used him for Elia. Yeah, we'll talk to Bran Amble.
Very well, and I'll see if I can get someone. I believe I can get someone for the final vote.
Is Bramble in town?
I believe he is returned to what's the dwarven place called? You know, the one. She knows it.
Iron Mountain?
No. He has returned to Mithril Hall to converse with the Dwarven King. He should be back sometime this week, but I'm not sure exactly when.
All right. If he comes back and we're not back, let him know that I wish to speak with him.
Very well. If I see him, I will. Actually, if you go to one of the pages of the Lord's Alliance, you could leave a note for him.
Ah, yes. We'll do that.
As believe it or not,
He's so tiny.
the leader of the delegate of the Harpers is not a messenger. What's the Hermione line? I'm not an owl.
Only a lot more angry.
I'm a little baby gnome.
Yeah, I'll go find a page and tell them. It's like, hey, Uniques want to talk to Brian Hamble.
Very good. And they will take the note. The pages. You could technically, if you find someone you want to hire, you could have a page here that would collect. Like, they're the ones that are in charge of getting the information from, like, all the ongoing stuff for you to stay up on, like how people would find out about how the other delegates would find out about you bringing in the prisoner X2 and the note information from that. It's not something you really have to do, as you can ask the other delegates when you're here, but it is a way that you could just like get all that information when you stop by.
Ah, okay.
Like basically hiring someone that's job is to collect those notes that you are leaving for other people. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. How much to hire someone?
There's a hirelings page in the DMG, I'm pretty sure. Let me... Or is it the PHB? One of the two.
Was I muted this time?
Yes.
You have been muted.
So the
In the PHB.
the current king of Mithril Hall would be not a king, but a queen by the name of Dangnabbit Waybeard.
Is that actually true, or did you just make a dang nabbit joke?
That is actually true.
Okay. Then she would have said queen. That's me not knowing the
No,
lore
that's
enough.
fine. Yeah, Brunor was king multiple times. The last time that he was king was from 1370 to 1409 DR.
Do
but,
they elect their kings, or does he keep getting usurped?
I mean, Conrad Bronamble is a former king of Mithril Hall.
He is. You're right. Bannock Bronanville is a former king. Wait. What'd you say? Which name?
Conrad Bronamble.
Conrad. Oh yeah, you're right. He is. He's after Bannock. He was the king up until 1486. The current one though is Dagnabbit.
So it depends on if you want to hire a skilled hireling or an unskilled hireling. The difference is two silver a day or 2 gold a day.
I mean, probably best that we get a skilled one so they don't fuck up. Yeah, 2 gold per day. How many days would it probably take? Or do they charge
Like-
us at the end of things?
It would be like you'd either prepay the it's not a union, what do you call it? Well, it's a guild. Or you'd pay them weekly, either way.
The hell are you doing here? And you?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Yo, look, it's Ulfric.
Stormcloak?
Cloak?
Ravengard.
Oh. Good old
It's
Ulfric Stormcloak.
The image is of Ulfric Stormcloak because of a joke, but the guy's name is Older Ravengard, and he's the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate. It's just, I read that when I ran Baldur's, and I thought, Older Ulfric, and I changed it. But thank
Oh
you,
yeah,
Pete,
there
for
he
keeping
is.
the joke living.
You would go to the. There's a lot of guilds in Waterdeep.
What? No.
There's a lot of guilds in Faerun.
Yeah, but Waterdeep is very strict on its guilds.
The Guild Union.
A union of guilds when the guild itself is already technically like pre-union. Because, like, let's be real, that's what a guild is. A guild is a pre-industrial revolution union.
You would go to the Scriveners, Scribes, and Clerks Guild.
Scriveners.
He does a line of coke. All right, yeah, go there.
Which is at the Zorstar, which where the fuck is my Waterdeep map? There it is. The Zorstar's in the Trades Ward, which makes sense actually if you think about it. Okay. Well, so I guess the question is, would you want to find someone specific, or would you just hire someone from the guild? You'd have to go through the guild either way.
I don't
But
know
it's whether
any.
you want random.
I don't know anyone though who's a scribe.
You could hire Chickenpox.
Oh God, no!
You could hire. You could pay. Pay your sister.
I'm going to the guild just for a random guild person.
Okay. Right. And for how long would you like to hire them? Would you like to prepay, or would you like to pay weekly?
Weekly.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't be more than a week.
Okay. That will be 20 gold for the week.
Okay, and I'll pay more if it takes longer.
Yeah. It is currently. Yeah. Let me pull up my calendar. Well, it is currently. Because I changed it for pacing. I said it, but I don't remember what I said. I believe a month and a half until the next council meeting.
I mean, I want to speak to him when he gets back, so.
Right. No, I'm saying like if you wanted to have people there for collecting the information that the other people bring in, Because like the other, you're not the only ones doing things.
Oh shit. Okay.
So like the pages would be the ones that are informing their representative that they work for of this is what the uniques did, and this is what's been found out from interrogating blah blah blah.
Oh shit. Yeah, definitely be hiring that shit. I'm gonna go broke with this. So 4 months till the next council?
No, a month and a half until
Month
the
and a
next
half.
council,
Okay.
roughly.
Yeah, I'll
Which
just.
is it would be 4.5 10-day, but you're hiring for a week, so it'd be 5 weeks.
Yeah. I guess just pay weekly.
Okay. So that will be 20 gold for the week.
Yep. Deposited 20 gold. And
Very good.
Is there a way I could make remote payments just in case I'm not in town for a while?
Is there a bankers guild? Hold up. There's a bakers guild.
I'm gonna join the Bakers Guild.
You have direct deposit?
Yeah, we actually take it directly out of your bag of holding.
It's an ender chest.
No, there's not anything like that. I mean, you could put another prepayment of a week in. You can prepay.
I mean,
But, like,
let's say hypothetically, I'm not expecting to be gone for 3 weeks. I only expect to be gone for a week, but I end up being tied up where I'm gone for like a month. What do?
great question. It really is.
Because the life of an adventurer is a
Let me
unknown
look
one.
at the code legal.
Because I would be willing to sign a contract. It's like, if I will pay for this, even if it's not weekly. Like, I will have a tab and pay as needed.
Okay, yeah, if you're willing to do a contract, they will very much work with you on that.
Excellent. Okay, I'll do that.
You have to go through a different guild that I
Oh
don't
my God.
remember.
The
but, yeah.
contract guild. I'll do okay. Just before the long rest, I'll do everything I have to do to get that organized.
This for that and these for those.
Yep. Oh God, it's fucking that Mechanist place again.
Yeah. So you get a contract drawn up. You sign it. You don't sign it because I'm going to tell you what it is, and then you get to decide if you sign it. They will make a tab for you for up to 3 unpaid weeks, which is 1 month.
Okay.
For every week that it is late, you owe 10% extra.
Okay. This is acceptable.
Okay. And then they will also require that you give some
Actually,
kind of
could I negotiate it to be 2 months and 20% extra?
per week.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
I don't expect we'll be gone for more than 2 months.
It is 2 months and 20%. And they will also either you'll have to accompany them back to you'll need to accompany the one that is hired back to the council just to get
Them confirmed.
them confirmed and their their credentials basically given to them.
Yep, I'll do that, and then guess we'll take a long rest.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do in the big city? Oh, Oyren.
Yep.
You've probably been here, but this is
Oh,
literally the big city.
It's New York.
the big city.
This
I'm
is-
just
yeah,
I'm just
this is New York
excited to be
City.
back. I visited once or twice, and I always
Very
explore
crowded, lots of
or
sights
something.
and sounds and smells and
I'm
tastes and feels.
just going around touching things.
There's a guild that's sweeping dung off the street.
Why do I have? Are these like some heroes I saw at the Yawning Portal? Like, why do I have these descriptions?
Those are the Doomsday Cult members.
Oh! Oh! Okay, yeah, don't need that anymore.
I'm honestly surprised I remembered what that was that quick. But yeah, okay. A long rest is had. It is still brutally snowing.
I did ask one of the dragons if they could breathe fire on that place.
Long rest happens. You wake up the next morning.
I gotta re-roll
You do.
elixirs.
I will also buy 150 gold pieces worth of chalk.
Okay.
Oh, that's a D4.
It's yeah, those were D4s. You get 2 6s.
2 transformations. Transform into an alter self spell, as if by an alter self spell. Cool.
And
10 minutes.
the next morning, the snow has stopped falling.
What?
As you wake up, the snow is no longer falling.
I'll probably this is like the day of me getting it because this will be when Morgan's getting his gun back. I'll go at the magic place. I'll ask, it's like, how did this? Who managed to stop the snow?
You see a very tired-looking magist there. I'll be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure. It just stopped. We've been trying since it started. I think the magic finally just used itself up.
Well, could have been way worse. Thankfully, it was only in the sky.
Yes, that is very true.
And directly into my chest, but that's neither here nor there. But thanks for your work.
The good thing it was the brain and not the heart.
Shut up, no Frozen references in my campaign. Or I'm killing my character.
You've done that already.
Listen.
Some would argue a couple times.
What do you mean a couple times?
You've definitely put yourself into death saves a couple times.
Not by choice.
I mean, teleporting up with the bomb was kind of a choice.
Yeah, that was for the greater good. And I'd argue noble, not stupid.
I never said stupid. I just said you've killed yourself.
I didn't die.
Morgan, you returned to the blacksmith shop. 2 weeks finally having passed. Very much a little upset at yourself for just offering to give it to him for 2 weeks instead of just
I didn't realize how long 20 days was.
the 6 days he had originally asked for.
Yeah, he definitely goofed with that one. But yeah, he'll walk in and hey, what's up? How you been?
It's you. Yes. And you see this gnome that was like clean shaven before, though like scarred from the metalwork he does. Now just has this like scraggly beard. It looks like he hasn't been keeping up appearances so much lately.
Oh no, you made another Victor.
Oh, it's you. Here, this is yours.
Yeah. Does it look any different?
Make a perception check at advantage because you're pretty familiar with this.
I know my spin box. Hold on.
It's clean.
It does look marginally different. The sight on it has been altered. The iron sights on it has been altered. It now has a +1 to attack rolls. Not to damage, but to attack rolls.
Is it a magic +1 or is it just a...
It is non-magical.
Okay.
Which means it could still be enchanted. However, I need to clarify. It's a +1 to ranged attack rolls. Pistol whipping someone is not going to get that +1 from the sight.
That's fair. No, I get that. Yeah, I'll just aim down the sight reverse and crack him with the fucking... No.
Pointing the barrel at you!
If you aim down the sight reversed and pull the trigger, the gun will fly into their face.
No guarantee on your survival, but...
You just deflect missiles, Fivehead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the reverse throwing pistol from A Cursed Halo.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, you definitely... Oh, these sights are a lot nicer. Thanks. So, I mean, I'm assuming you got, like, everything that you needed from it? You understand the inner workings of Spinbox?
Yes, figured out a lot about Spinbox. Took it apart, put it together. Took it apart, put it together. Dropped the sight, fixed it. Think it's a little better now. I do have some ideas for modifications.
Okay.
And how to make more of these.
Ah, all right.
But, one of the ideas is to make it easier to... make it quicker to reload.
Well, how would you do that?
Well, if we... I haven't been able to make one yet, but I have designs, and he'll go and grab a paper and show it to you. And it's very much like an exploded blueprint type design or drawing that I don't think Morgan would fully understand. See, if we make this, you can preload the bullets into it, and then just change out all the bullets at once in the revolver. Basically a speed reloader for Dylan.
Speed reloader. So, but like these are like black powder bullets. So how would he be speed loading these? Or is he essentially showing me like the design for like a cartridge?
No, it would be because what, it's black powder, so you put the powder, the wad, then the bullet. So it'd be he has a design that it looks a lot like what you would expect a speed reloader to look like, except it has a releasing mechanism as well that would essentially put all three in at once and then release, and it has like a bump on the back that you would bump that would pack it down.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, this is interesting. So, like,
I know I'm not there, but is there any bullet holes in the walls?
There is there are a couple patches in the ceiling.
oh my god. So like, if in the future I wanted to say, have you make me another spin box, you could do that.
I think so. I think I've got it figured out enough.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Other modifications.
And this is for taking down police helicopters.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
he pulls out an M72 Law.
I don't need anything like that yet.
I need that
could-
for taking dragons out of the sky.
Would be basically, you could. Have you ever thought about attaching a knife to it?
I, like, where?
Put knife in bottom of the it's not called a pommel on a gun.
You talk about the grips, like the handle area,
Yeah, but like the bottom of the grip.
the butt.
Yeah, essentially.
So, so put a knife there, so that I could like pistol whip them, but sharp.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea. I like it, but I'm liking that speed loading thing better. So now here's my question for you. How much would it cost me if I wanted to order, let's say, I don't know, 2 of them speed loaders and like commission you to make me a second spin box?
There's still experimenting to be done. It would take a few tries probably, especially on the speed reloaders, as they are still in the design phase. I give you discount because you brought this to me. It's gonna be a decent bit. Um, uh, .5e weapons. Just so I don't say a price that is like ridiculously low.
So I think the price for
Like a hand crossbow is already 75 GP. You know what I mean?
the pepper box is 250, and this is essentially a pepper box.
Right. So he's got to experiment with it still, which would bump it up a bit, and then because it's more specialty than the pepper box, since this is like the second one basically.
Right. Yeah. This would be what is it? Diplomacy, or am I thinking of the wrong gun?
No. By second one, I mean it's like the second gun in this world.
Oh.
Yours being the first that may or may not have fallen through a portal from the Wild West.
I love how that's a thing now. May or may not have come from the Wild West. Amazing.
I mean, it's not a thing until Dylan makes a gun fall through a portal in Wild West, and then it's a thing. If someone's gun ever mysteriously vanishes from the table, and there's no other way that it could have gone away.
Or you guys are fighting around a portal, and then Mysterious Desire just like skids off and goes into the portal, and then Tom's like, "Oh no, I lost my gun," and he's upset. And then all of a sudden, it's like somewhere very far away, behind a dumpster in Waterdeep,
A drunk finds the gun.
a drunk finds the gun,
Um.
and that's it.
So and then,
Now
but
after
you
making
you brought him this, and he is going to try to sell them to other people as well.
Yeah.
So you get the discount for being the one that like brought this to him, essentially. And then the speed reloaders. I'm gonna call it 310 total for the
310.
three.
Okay. 30 platinum would be 300.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll give him 31 platinum. I feel like that should cover everything.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. I need to experiment still, but I am taking a break for a few days. Haven't seen my wife in 2 weeks.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah, yeah. Do what you gotta do. I'm just curious, once you would be able to start working on it, what would be the estimated time? I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just curious to know, like, when I should be expected to come back around again.
Well, it'll be faster. Okay, if you can come here in a week's time, I can. We can test out the speed reloader prototype on your gun, because it'll take longer for me to build the new gun, and I wouldn't be able to test them until I can have a gun to test them on. Yes.
Right. Okay. I I might be able to be back here in a week. I'm not 100% sure yet. We went down by way of Daggerford to the Misty Forest and we came back, but we got to go back down by Daggerford and then up towards the what hills were it again? The was it like the Gorgon Hills or something? Am I misremembering?
It is. They're not named on this map.
Forgotten Realms. I have the other map pulled up. It is the Forlorn Hills.
Forlorn Hills. Right. So we got to go back down to Daggerford, take care of something, and then head towards the Forlorn Hills area. And then after that, I imagine we'd be back.
Okay.
So
Well, I will get that prototype done, and then I'll hold it until you get here, and I'll start work on the gun. If you're not back by then.
okay, all right, sounds good.
But now, I take a break, and he just throws off his apron onto the desk, and walks out while you're still in the building.
Um,
and flips the sign to closed.
Okay.
He was actually butt-ass naked without his apron.
Oh my God, that's even worse.
No,
Morgan just
no,
kinda-
this isn't canon. He would be arrested. That's got to be against the code legal.
No, he signed a contract with the Nudist Guild. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
The
all part
nudist
of
guild
his
was outlawed
religion.
234 years ago.
They have to accept it. Yeah, Morgan will
And their
just kind of
their ban has another 16 years before it's lifted.
That's so specific.
It was 250 years.
Yeah, Morgan will just kind of like shrug and okay, and then he'll just walk out of the place behind him and hope to God that the shop doesn't get robbed.
Morgan could lock the door if he so wishes.
Oh, okay, yeah, then he'll do that. He wasn't sure if he
The
would.
shopkeeper left his keys inside. They were in his apron.
No. It's like he
It's
has
like
a fancy lock. It's like a regular house lock where you can lock it before you close the door.
Okay. Yeah. So
What lock can you lock before you close the door?
The one on your fucking door that isn't the deadbolt, Beck.
I don't have that kind of lock.
Yeah, my door's like that, where it's like, regardless of whether or not it's unlocked, every time I close the door, the doorknob lock is always locked. but
I've
then-
never
That's
seen a
awful.
lock like that before.
It's on literally every door I've ever had,
Yeah, yeah.
where the doorknob has a lock on it.
And then there's also like the ones where, like if you have the one where you just literally push the button in to click it, like right in the middle of the doorknob, you could do that, and then you could just close it behind you like that, and then unlock it with the key from the outside when you want to go back in.
Going in D&D.
Why was I scrolled all the way up?
I thought this only could lock if they're closed.
No.
Yeah,
No,
no.
the kind that has a push button that's in like school bathrooms is like that.
My school bathrooms did not have those kind of locks.
Yeah. When I was in even the ones in college, except it was like the big rectangle one, almost like the card reader, but it didn't have the card reader, and it was the handle instead of the doorknob, and you'd have to put the key in to unlock it, and then okay, walk inside, my door's unlocked, right? But the second you let that door close behind you, it locked. But what was weird was that there was a thing on the opposite side of the big box that you could like click it to lock it, like an additional deadbolt essentially. And like if you did that, then it was like double locked. But if you
Yeah.
didn't do that, then it was just like regular locked.
My door in college had that where it would always be locked, except that if you open the door and looked on the the side of the door is the best way I can say it. Like where the deadbolt would come out, like the
Strike plate.
yeah. There was a little button you could push there that would toggle it, kind of like a child lock in a car, to where it wouldn't always be
Yeah.
locked.
Yeah. Some of the dorms in my college had that. My dorm did not. So most of the time, what we would do in order to stop the door from closing behind us is open the door, switch the deadbolt out into the lock position so that the deadbolt itself was just preventing the door from closing. So it would just kind of like rest up against the door frame.
Welcome to Dungeons and Locks.
Yep. Today on Lockpicking Lawyer, we're going to be opening
Today in
this,
Lockpicking Lawyer, we're going to be unlocking this chest that is supposedly trapped with a dart that turns you invisible. Now, I don't believe the validity of this dart, but there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, except he unlocks it and doesn't get hit by the dart and is actually able to take the dart out of the trap mechanism because he never triggered it in the first place.
He takes it out of the mechanism without unlocking the lock.
All I'm saying is that dart did a flat 1 damage. Morgan could have just caught it.
If he was
Hell,
there,
Rebecca could have caught it if she could. If the D&D mechanics allowed it, but no. I could have probably caught it.
I don't know, man. It landed on your foot. Some would argue you did catch it.
Semantics.
All right. Anything else that people want to do around Waterdeep?
Yeah, I want to assassinate Lord Nevermember.
Lord Neverember is currently being Lord Protector of
Damn it!
Neverwinter.
I'd like to learn more about this council that we were just at.
Okay. I'll give you a rundown real quick.
There's a PDF.
Oh, okay.
So, soccer. This is basically a a bunch of factions around Faerun have come together trying to figure out what to do about the threat of the cult.
The cult.
You have representatives from uh four, five, one, two, three, four of the major factions.
Okay.
You may notice that one faction has a lot more flags than the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then the group that you are now a part of has been a representative as well. Just been like they've been the adventurers of the group.
The free
I don't know.
agents.
Yeah, they're like the free agents that were brought in.
Yeah.
We're also the second choice. The other group fucking died in a castle crashing from the sky.
Yeah, they're the castle. The original group was in fell out of the sky. So
Yeah.
you're the B team.
We're fucking B team.
I mean, let's be honest.
We're
here,
the
Ben.
other guys.
At this point, you're
You
half
know-
B team and half C team.
Yeah. The other group, they stood at the top of a 20-story building. They looked down. They're like, aim for the bushes. They jumped off, hit the pavement, and fucking died. And we're the next group.
You know, are they really the A team if they died in a castle crashing? Like, who manages to get themselves all the way to a flying castle with no backup plan in case the castle crashes?
No one had Featherfall?
How did you fly up there in the first place? You didn't have fly? You didn't have a broomstick or a dragon or
They got
I
on
don't
it, but they
know.
snuck on it before it took off, dude.
Oh, but they didn't think that it would take off, did they? Yeah. No, but we're the B team, right? No. Fuck them. They can eat my ass. I'm glad they died in a castle
I
crash.
mean, all
I
I'm
really
saying
hope.
is,
I really hope that we don't die in a crash.
man, it's gonna be real awkward and Morgan dies in a castle crash.
No, he has that monk thing. He'll be
I
fine.
have slow fall.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey Dylan, Barovia
Yeah?
falls. You die in a
No,
castle crash.
no, I don't want to die to Castle Ravenloft. Not again. Not
Castle
again.
Ravenloft falls from the sky. It lands exclusively on Morgan. Everyone else is fine.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Strahd sitting in his throne room just goes, that was strange. I feel like I just landed on something particularly plump.
No, Strahd's actually in the courtyard fighting a buff commoner.
He's fighting Walter for the second time.
It's a
Okay,
rematch.
so soccer.
It's the cage match Walter wanted.
From the Harpers, which is this flag that has a harp and a moon on it. You have Romalia Haventree, an elf.
Are we at a meeting right now?
No, this
No,
is just.
Soccer wants a rundown of the
Oh, okay.
the council.
I got
So
really
I'm doing that real
scared.
quick. I'm doing that real quick, and then we're gonna end it. The Harpers are like
The NSA.
about
guys.
they're about gathering information and no, because NSA collects the information. The Harpers want information to be free to all.
They're the NSA, but good.
They're
The opposite of the
they're
NSA.
Snowden.
Freedom
Yeah, they're
There's
Snowden.
From the Order of the Gauntlet, which is they follow.
What are they? An order of knightly orders that essentially protect the common folk? Or at least that's what they claim to do.
Yeah, they're mostly like paladins and clerics that follow gods of law,
So
mostly Gond.
Oh, Gond. Would it also be Tormentir?
I believe so.
And
Uh,
possibly Illimatter because like he helps people. So.
You have Onthar Froom, the human paladin.
Thickbeard, the wise. That's what I'm calling him.
The biggest of beards.
The Emerald Enclave, which is mostly druids. They speak for the trees.
Oh,
They're
The trees
about
are speaking Vietnamese.
well, they're not, and really they're about preserving the balance between civilization and nature.
Yeah, they're not eco-terrorists.
Yeah, they're not. So they're less
They're
poison
Ted Kaczynski
ivy.
without the bombs.
I'd say the Lorax is actually a pretty good analogy. They're the Lorax.
Hell yeah.
You have Delan Winterhound,
Dylan Winterhound.
the half elf ranger from the Lord's Alliance, which you may see has a much bigger representation than the
Yeah, we need to take them down. They're
this-
getting too big.
the Lord's Alliance is basically a bunch of the what it's the UN.
Yeah.
A bunch of the kings and other assorted leaders of the Sword Coast got together and they're like, we need an alliance for for trade and for making sure other people don't take over the area. But they're also separate, like they care more about their own city than the other people's cities and
Right.
kingdoms. So I mean, yeah, they're the UN.
The UN.
You have Lady L'Ariel Silverhand, the human wizard, who is Open Lord of Waterdeep. And also a legendary figure. You have Lord Daggalt Neverember, the previous Open Lord of Waterdeep, and Lord Protector of Neverwinter. You have Ambassador Conrad Brawnanvil, the Dwarven fighter. The former king of Mithril Hall and ambassador of the Dwarven kingdoms. I think this one is Marshal Older Ravenguard.
Yes, it is.
You have Marshal Older Ravenguard, the human fighter. He is the leader of the Flaming Fist,
And the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate.
which is Baldur's Gate's military wing and also the main military of the Lord's Alliance, or the largest military of the Lord's Alliance.
They're dicks, though.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
claim Chult for themselves, even though there's people there.
You have King Melendruck, the elf. He is king of the Misty Forest, and is delegate of the elves of the Misty Forest and the High Forest for this
And a
place.
brooding bitch.
His son is the man you've been knocking out constantly
One of his
and saving
sons.
from. Yeah, one of his sons. You have Tairn Thunderspells Hornblade, the human
Thunder
wizard.
thighs, move aside.
He is of Silvery Moon. He's from Silvery Moon. And you have Sir Istval, also a human. He is an honorary member of the Lord's Alliance for the Council. He speaks for Cormyr, which is a country to the south.
I want to take over Rebecca's hometown.
And this
Oh, man.
person is no longer there. That is a dragon that they talked to previously. That is a secret
They're-
tool that they used last time.
They might be sending a representative if they agree on it. I hope
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do, because that would
Yeah,
go a long
take-
way.
Look at the dragon that doesn't look like a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
Oh.
dragon that doesn't look like a dragon.
Yeah, but Dylan, look at chat real quick.
Yo, rolling token. How the hell are you managing that?
There's two sides to it.
There's two
Oh,
sides to
shit.
this token.
Yo, and this guy right here in the middle of the table, pointing a gun at everybody.
Just
That's
got shot in the head.
Helfrist branded. No! Oh, you're gonna pay for that voice in the sky. I'll show ye.
The Hammer of Dawn from Gears of War just got called down on him.
No. But yeah, in D&D lore though, like if you've ever read any of the Drizzt novels, some of these people are pretty interesting. Like this one over here, the Silver Hand lady who's from Silvery Moon. One of her sisters was friends with Dristort, and like, you know, since Drizzt is popular dark elf from the novels.
Isn't the
only
Black Hand
quote-unquote-
also like vowed vengeance against her entire lineage?
Yeah, I forget why, but yeah. There's a couple of people that they want to kill, but big on her. But yeah, they're cool people, and interestingly enough, what I find rather comical is Silvery Moon is actually one of the most progressive places in all of the Forgotten Realms in terms of like what people from what walks of life they allow to like take refuge in their city. Yet, despite that, they still wouldn't allow Drist to enter the city because he was a dark elf. So it's like they're progressive, but they're not progressive enough to allow Drow within their city limits.
I mean, does he have red eyes?
No, he has purple eyes.
Oh, then he should be fine.
They didn't allow it at the time because there were other forces at play that were hounding him, and because she has clairvoyance and knew of this but didn't tell him. Essentially, he was being tracked down by members of the the other place, the host tower of the Arcane.
From Luskin.
Oh,
Specifically
the Arcane Brotherhood.
from Luskin, yeah, the Arcane Brotherhood. It was
Luskin.
Dendi Bar the Malted, who was the guy who was sending people after him. And then Ravengard plays a lot more of an important role in the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus campaign, as well as the Baldur's Gate 3 game.
Does an 18 hit Heldress the Branded?
Hold on, let me check his.
Also, Luskin sent an assassin after Rebecca's great
Yes.
grandmother.
Ow.
Since being made Neverwinter Nights canon.
I'm just now looking at Lady L'Oreal Silverhand's stat block, and
Whoops.
believe it or not, do not want to pick fight with Lady L'Oreal Silverhand, the Chosen of Mistra.
Yeah.
Chosen of Mistra? Jesus Christ.
I mean, she's one of the 7 sisters.
Yeah.
Lots of lore.
Oh, yeah, when everyone woke up, they got 10 temporary hit points.
Yo, Mithril Hall's also pretty cool too. It was so like in terms of kind of like how you'd imagine it, because like dwarves are essentially my favorite fantasy race, by the way. So I'm not actually attempting to insult people that like dwarves with this, but they are an incredibly xenophobic people, and because
How
of this,
dare you?
I know. Because of this, they frequently forget a lot of their own history and the locations of places that were like hidden outposts for their people, including like secret doors and stuff, because like they always try to keep everything secretive away from other races so they can't know about it. And Mithril Hall was one of the places that was like just lost to them. One day, for whatever reason, they all had to leave it, and then they just didn't remember where it was anymore.
They forgot where they
some
parked.
of them having physically lived there. Yeah, like they literally forgot where they parked. And it was eventually found again by the companions, specifically the companions of Drist. So it was Bruno Battlehammer, Drist Oyren, Wolfgar, and Katie Bree. But they found the place and reopened it, and then Brunor was like essentially the leader of the clan Battlehammer at the time, so he became the king because Clan Battlehammer left Icewind Dale, and then like subsequently he was named king 3 more times after that. I don't know if it's election based back. I don't have the answer to that, but he was named king 3 more times. And I think it's because it was during times of like strife and turmoil. So it's like
Dylan,
what?
I know what you said, but I heard Katy Perry as one of Trist's companions.
It's Katie Bree.
I know.
Yeah,
But
Katy Perry sang Dark Horse the entire way from Long Saddle to Silvery Moon.
I know who I'm adding in my campaign now.
Taylor Swift.
No, what? Katy Perry.
Yeah, Katy Perry.
Katy Perry can actually polymorph into a firework.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
She's a fire elemental.
All right, that's now canon in my campaign lore.
This guy's also a dick too. This is Neverember, right? This one up here.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this guy's a dick because for the premises of which it's not really a spoiler. It's like in the synopsis for the first page of it. But for the Waterdeep Dragon Heist thing, this ass basically while he was Open Lord of Waterdeep, yeah, because he was Open Lord of Waterdeep and also Lord of Neverwinter. During that time, he made a lot of shady dealings with both the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild, and was essentially just like always trying to make money, and made a crap ton of money, and then like hid it beneath Waterdeep, technically in part of the Undermountain, which is why the one campaign bleeds into the other. And something about like removing his own memories and then with the power of an aboleth that was trapped inside of like a coin or something or a stone, and then like you need to go and retrieve the stone to get the memories back to figure out where the treasure is, and it's like 2 million gold. And
Excuse me,
like
2 million dragons.
2 million gold dragons, which is technically 4 million gold, right? Because a dragon's worth 2 gold.
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so 4 million gold is hidden beneath Waterdeep by this guy, and it's a nest egg of his own making, because even though they have this whole system in place with hidden lords and open lords of Waterdeep, which it is really fascinating, and it's supposed to avoid corruption, it didn't work. Because somehow their open lord managed to squander away $4 million, and like, where did it go? Nobody knows except for him and Xanathar, maybe.
Aboleth stuck in a stone.
And an aboleth stuck in a stone.
And Morgan's book.
And Morgan's book, that's right. Morgan's book would know.
Morgan's
It's
book would
okay.
also know how to get to the Wild West.
Oh no.
It would know a lot of things.
That's when you would randomly just go, no, that's what I need to do. I need to wait until like after we've defeated Tiamat and we're like looking for something else to do while it's like while the danger abates. Don't let your guards go down or whatever. Fuck, I can't remember it because I'm stupid.
What's our true
That's-
enemy?
Yeah, right before the
Mobius.
true enemy shows up, that's when Morgan will go, how do I get to the Wild West? Then you're gonna have to answer, Bean. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to answer.
but Dylan, then you're going to have in Wild West. You'll have to DM another party, just showing up.
I could do it. It would be the most confusing thing ever. It'd be like, yeah, you watch as Orm's halfling or a gnome.
A gnome. A
No.
rock gnome.
So it's like you watch as a gnome, what appears to be a Africanized half elf, a female half elf, and a satyr just walk through a reckoning portal.
A
See,
satyr?
I told you. Yeah, Xerran's a satyr.
No, he's not. He's human.
No, he's not. He's human.
He changed it?
Yeah, he's Marcus Sentinel human.
He's never been a satyr.
Maybe when he
in
was
anything
discussing
I've found.
making it with you, he floated satyr.
Yeah. The whole time since he told me he's been a human.
Oh my god, he literally when he was making the character and sending you the backstory, he sent it to me as well and asked for my opinion on it. And he told me that he wanted his character to be a satyr so he would be more in touch with like nature and it would make more sense to have Eldath as the god. So this whole time I've been picturing him walking around with goat legs and he's a human.
You're like, how is he swimming so well?
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, he has mariner's armor. But it's like, what?
Dylan's whole life has been a lie.
I swear to God, I'd have to like go really far back in our DMs, but he told me that he was going to be a satyr.
You can just search the word satyr.
Make sure you spell it right.
I'm gonna fucking SATYR or something like that.
Just waiting till I get my my stupid idea for a campaign finished. Then I'll really
Oh.
throw a wrench into Dylan's work.
Yep. Oh, and then here's the worst part. I found the message. He told me that he changed races from a dragonborn to a satyr, and then I said for Beanbox. He said yeah. I said, oh, interesting. Did you tell Bean? He said, yeah. I'm talking to him while I'm writing my backstory right
Oh,
now.
he did tell me he was going to make it a satyr.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't losing it.
So, anyways, that's the Council of Waterdeep soccer.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No. Still lots of lore.
You can also
there's
go
like-
back and watch all the episodes I have.
The lore, and then there's like the lore. If
Yeah,
that
but this
makes
is the
sense.
forgettable realms, not the forgotten realms, Dylan.
Right. So not everything is
Re-
exactly the same.
Remember when you found the grave of... Remember all the graves you found in heaven?
That's right. We found all those people.
Like, fucking Sly Cooper and Link and
Pierce, but he's not dead yet. Wait, did I realize one of the graves was Link?
I don't know if that was one of my references y'all got.
Which Link was it?
All of them.
All of them. Oh, so it wasn't specifically Link, it was just the spirit of the hero.
I can't remember exactly how I did it, but yeah. It's been a while since that session.
Didn't like Anthony and I ask you if one of the graves could specifically say this one thing, and then you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, who was the character again? I don't remember.
Geralt of Rivia? No.
No. It was something that I think would have intertwined mine and Bean's campaign.
I'm looking.
Anyways, I'm gonna end the episode. Woo!